Ladies and gentlemen, good morning and welcome to the day 2 and the final day of the Podim conference. This is our Maribor studio and I'm joined by Mr. Urban Lapaine. Hello, good morning.
Hey, good morning.
Did you get some rest?
Yes, I did.
How many hours did you sleep?
7+ hours. This is a record in last 2 months, right? So.
Is it?
Yeah.
So you rested?
Yeah.
Ready for day 2, the final day?
Ready for day 2.
What is your take on yesterday? It was an action-packed day.
It was full of interesting things going on. It's hard to point out one specific because all of them were interesting. I mean, the highlight of the day was the evening fireside chat with Zach, with Gregor, and Patrick. It was amazing closing of the day. To begin with the last thing that happened yesterday, but since whole day was really interesting. The blockchain panel, the blockchain part, the food tech, the Growth Academy was amazing. So I think it was really good. I enjoyed every talk that I have opportunity to catch. So, but it was really great, and also the responses are really fantastic. So, as maybe strange as it may hurt, it's so third day already in action, but I'm getting more and more energy. So
we've been busy since Monday morning.
Yeah. Busy since Monday morning. We started. We kick off with demo day Monday afternoon, and then this is actually it's day 3 in effect. So I'm also ready for next 5 days.
Okay, the numbers are doing fine.
The numbers are doing fine.
Tell me, did the people who hadn't yet filled out their profiles, have they done so now?
Yeah.
Or are there still any?
No, this is the only number that is decreasing, which is why I'm smiling, right? So the other numbers are going up. So we expect that we also hit the 1,000 meetings in deal room today. So
the expo room is busy as well.
The expo room is busy as well. So it was nice day in expo yesterday. Some great connections happening, partners introducing themselves, connections between startups happening there in the virtual booths, right? So it's really good. Also, we have 5 finalists that will pitch on the main stage today.
But have you seen the ideas already?
The finalists?
Yeah.
No, I didn't see them yet, and I will see them at 5 o'clock.
Okay.
When they will be pitching online. But I just quickly check their profiles, and they're really interesting companies. So I'm really looking forward for that closing part.
Anita was very fascinated by the interface. She was sitting there, and she said there were a lot of questions, a lot of people, and the thing she was most worried about at the time was how she looked, if she is presentable. Do you think the other people there have the same problem?
Yeah, I think they do. This is the most important thing. But there was a research made by the Cisco WebEx team, the Cisco conferencing system, about which is the most important factor to make a good impression online, right? And they find out that 80% of the overall impression in online meeting is the sound quality. So I think Anita made a perfect impression, since we have really great team for the sound and for video. So I think that she don't have to worry about.
Although she didn't know exactly what to say and how to answer those questions. She was more like, Aleš, help me out here, help me out here. Is there anything else you would like to talk about, perhaps about the deal room platform?
Yeah, so I checked the stats yesterday a little bit, and it's really a lot of buzz. We can see, let's say, how many meeting requests has some individual investors, and we see that the top investor, or the top mentors that are in the deal room, the most requested one have over 80 meetings requested still,
so
right? Sorry?
Is that Julian?
No, Julian is not number 1.
It's not number 1,
no,
but he was number 1 yesterday, if I remember correctly.
It was, yeah. We booked number of meetings, but the this is the sign that actually the thing is happening. So the people are, browsing through the profiles, are requesting the sessions, the meetings. The meetings are happening. So it's really craziness in there.
Engagement levels are high.
Yeah, yeah.
And about to get probably higher.
Yeah, I think this is the last day. So previous year when we have the same basically deal room software, the last day was the most crowded one. And people are maybe touching a little bit in the ground and checking the first day, and then yesterday what was on full throttle ahead, and this is the last day when they try to maybe catch up some missed opportunities, and I think the deal room will overburn today.
And how are the mentoring sessions doing?
Really great. We have fantastic mentors, and I also received some really great feedbacks. I mean, through the LinkedIn, through the Facebook, that that was really amazing to have these mentoring, great mentors. And the positive feedback is from both sides, but just maybe to little bit to explain how this works,
yeah,
right?
We haven't talked a lot about it.
Yeah, yeah. The one-to-one mentoring sessions are happening inside of the deal room platform. So basically, the entrepreneur checks the profile of the mentor. We also made a lot of work in suggesting the startups the right mentors. We see the deal room platform where everything is happening, this mentoring and one-to-one meetings. So we made recommendations for the startups with whom they should meet. We arranged those meetings. The mentors then pre-booked their time slots. We arranged these meetings based on their challenge, their state, their industry, and individual company, so individual mentor got approximately 12 mentoring sessions, which were 20 minutes each. And in these 20 minutes, they got, let's say, advices, tips and tricks how to tackle key challenges. And what is really impressive is that, I'm really happy that I'm reading really positive feedback from the startups, that they met really wonderful mentors that they wouldn't meet other ways. So they were really impressed. So this is for startup. This is an opportunity to really broaden their network. So imagine you speak with great founders as Sheil, Marvin, which we saw in the evening panels, in the late night founders talks with. So they're really impressive. So this one are the tips. The second thing is the networking, right? So you're broadening your network, and also the feedback from the mentor's point of view is really great. So I'm receiving WhatsApp messages as really lovely sessions, great feedback, great startups. So the great to see that satisfaction is on the both sides. So it's always sometimes challenge to satisfy both sides, right? To satisfy the startup side, so for advices, for tricks, and other side also the mentor side, right? To get the great companies they like to meet.
So people are extremely happy about it.
Yeah.
What makes me happy is that the person scrolling this is not having a laugh and playing video games. That would be inconvenient right now. So the general outlook is very good, you say.
Yeah.
So we're going to finish today at 5 o'clock. So that's going to be a special coverage with our colleague in Vienna, Daniel. Will be hosting the final pitch sessions. So how exactly were they chosen?
So it was kind of a multi-step process. So from all of the startup applications that we received, we have then chosen, or startups choose who wants to pitch on a demo day. So on Monday afternoon we have demo day, where more than I think 130 startups pitched. And each of the demo day tracks have its own judging commission, and each of these judging commissions choose three startups from each track. So then we have 3 tracks, 6 tracks, 3 startups, 16 semifinalists that were presented yesterday to a special jury. From these 16 finalists, 5 advanced into the great finals today. So demo day, semifinals, finals today.
I think somebody in the backstage really, really loves you. Have a look at the screen. Numbers.
Numbers. I love the numbers and I love the metrics. So, somebody really loves me.
Somebody wants to get you excited. Now, knowing you, you're a very creative man. You're a very engaging man. This being the final day of the Podim 2020, I think you're deep into planning the next thing for you. Can you share some of the ideas? Anything exciting planned for the future? Any game-changing plans?
I mean, there are a lot of options are opening. Podim DX as a digital version of Podim is here to stay in some form, as I already stressed. And what exactly would be this hybrid approach, we are not sure yet. But we are really looking forward to integrate all the benefits that we got with this digital edition and somehow seamlessly integrate them and merge them with the physical one. So I think however the next Podim will look like, I think it will be better than this year. As every year it is better. And with this hybrid or merged version, I think the benefit and the value for the participants will be even higher. So it will be more accessible. The program would be, more interesting, and I think also we will be able again to attract even more speakers. First, because we did a great job for last 10 years. This year, especially with this digital edition, it's an honor. I'll just quickly. A few lines.
Okay.
Have to read it from Patrick, who was in last panel yesterday.
From Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah. The founder of Rotten Tomatoes, he wrote, "I was quite impressed with the level of production of the event. It's the most professional online event I have seen or been a part of to date."
Best praise you can get. Best praise you can get.
That's a praise. It's an unforgettable thing to get, and thanks to all that, that kind of feedback, the future is really bright. It's challenging in a way because there are challenging time ahead of us, but it's super bright because of that kind of feedback and the team that we have, behind all of these Podim DX machinery.
Sounds great. Congratulations again, Urban.
Thank you.
Very good having you. We'll be talking a bit later on, and now it's time to bring out my next guest. But first, let's have a look at this video. It's the Podim Wrap-Up 2019.
I'm ready to do it, I can't be afraid now. Put me on the stage now, I'm ready to rage now. I feel like an animal stuck in a cage and I'm ready to break out. My time, none of you people can tell me to stop. This time, like the last time, you better get ready to race to the top. Ready to do this, show you what the truth is. I step on the field, it's time to get real, I'm feeling so ruthless. My time, none of you people can tell me to stop. Lower the lights down, hand over my crown, hand over my heart. I do this for my town, I do this for my crowd. So turn me up real loud. My time, none of you people can tell me to stop. Yeah. So what are you afraid of? Those feelings are made of. Get Get in the game, your moment of fame, show them what you made of. It's time that we stand up, it's time that we man up. For anyone asking who is the best, we putting our hands up. My time, nothing can keep me from reaching the top. This time, like the last time, I'm moving so fast, I'm ready to ride. I'm ready to throw down, it's time for the showdown. I'm ready to rise, don't be surprised, I'll take on the world now. My time, none of you people can tell me to stop. My town, my crown, we know what it takes to be reaching the top. We're reaching the top, we're reaching the top. We know what it takes to be reaching the top. Turning the track up, I'll never go back down. Hands over my heart, I do this for my town, I do this for my crowd. So turn me up real loud. My time, none of you people can tell me to stop.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. My next guest is another legend. We were hosting two legends yesterday, Mr. Zavets world champion, Barada world champion, and today, Miss Amaya. Welcome.
Wow.
It's so wonderful to see you again.
Same.
We met, I think, about 15 years ago on a TV show.
Was it 15
I
years
think
ago?
it was 15 years ago. Thereabout. More than 10 in any case.
Yeah, definitely.
On a
I
TV
think
show?
it was 10, actually. I think it was, no.
Was it 10?
Guys, I think I was 17, yeah. I think I was 17. But I could be wrong. I don't know. Probably.
Doesn't matter. You look better now.
Thank you.
You're getting younger, and I'm
Yeah.
getting older. I was an old man
No.
back then, and now I'm even older.
Come on
I'm a
now.
very sad old man. But enough about me. You were
I doubt that.
just starting out in 10 years ago.
Yeah,
Was that your first performance? It was a TV show called Hribar,
exactly.
satirical late-night talk show. What are your memories of that, of your beginnings?
I was so honored because I've been a fan of that show for a long time, and I've been basically like dreaming about it for, yeah, I don't know, for a really long time.
Okay.
And when I got that invitation to the show, I was just so honored, and it was kind of like a little breakthrough, to be honest.
Yeah.
And I didn't know anything about the music industry, and I just knew like, wow,
You blew us
I wanted
away.
to do it. Yeah.
It was a crowded place. It was a bar. It was a kind of a bar, a suspect bar. It looked really suspicious. But you really blew us away with your energy. I understand you were always a song and dance girl, were you?
Sorry?
You were always a song and dance girl.
Yes, that's true.
How did you? What are your earliest memories of?
I mean, I feel like music has always been in me. My parents are not musical, but
Okay.
I've been singing since I was 6, and I was like organizing my own concerts, basically forcing my neighbors to listen and also to pay for it. So I was
You were forcing your neighbors to pay for your performances.
Yes, at 9. I was 9 years old. And I would perform for them, and then I would go around and charge. And yeah.
You
I took it-
coerced them.
I took it. I took it quite seriously.
But no weapons, okay?
No
Okay.
weapons. Definitely
And
not.
what was the moment that made you take up a musical career in earnest, for real? What was your inspiration at that time? Was it any performer? Was it this wish you had? What exactly was it?
Well, I grew up in the 1990s where Britney Spears was the biggest, and Christina Aguilera.
Okay.
And yes.
I still have their posters. I don't.
Holy macaroni pizza. Yeah, I was a huge fan, and I always wanted to be a performer. But then when I moved abroad, actually, that passion for music became even bigger. And my focus shifted a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it was always like kind of installed in me.
And it started 10 years ago, and it just went uphill from there.
Yeah, I guess Eurovision was the
Not
breaking
long.
point.
Eurovision, for those viewers who may not know, Amaya was representing Slovenia at the Eurovision Song Contest in 2011.
Exactly.
Yeah, and she ended up at number 13.
Yes. Yes.
Lucky number 13.
Lucky number.
which is one of the best qualifications this country has ever had.
Yeah.
And the song was amazing.
Thank you so much.
What was that like? So you started like 10 years ago, if we're not mistaken. It's very early, we can't think yet. You started about 10 years ago, and Eurovision happened quite quickly after that, didn't it?
Yeah, it happened.
Was it for you, would you consider that overwhelming?
Actually, no, because, well, yeah, when my career started, it kind of started like overnight, and I definitely wasn't prepared for all the, I didn't know anything about music industry, so it has definitely been a change, but Eurovision itself was very exciting, yeah. If I would do it again, I would take better care of myself, I think.
Would you? So
yes.
it was overwhelming.
It was a little, it was a little intense, and I wasn't really taking care of my voice properly back then. So I had some issues in the finals, but I mean, we pulled it through. So because you have so much adrenaline in you.
See, the attention is, I
Yes.
would imagine, is
But it was
insane.
also like a point when I really knew, like, this is what I want to do for the rest of my life.
Was it?
Yes, definitely. I was just like, hell yeah.
Okay. I thought you were like, oh no, this is too much. Let me just do my music. Because
No.
I imagine they have you shoot a video representing Slovenia.
Yeah.
What did they make you do?
Oh Lord. Well, we had like interviews every day, press conferences, shows every day. The period before that, the period in Slovenia was insane, actually. So I didn't sleep a lot, and I think that was kind of what affected my voice because when you speak, you don't sleep. You're just constantly on the go. But it was fun. I mean, I was so young. I'm young still, but I was so young back then, and I was just so excited about the whole experience. Yeah.
So the things you're saying could be translated into some sort of entrepreneurship. I think it's very analogous. It goes. It's like pitching, is what I would imagine.
Yeah.
We're going to take a little break right now. We're going to see your video. It's called Concrete Life, and then we'll continue our chat.
Focus, you get my way, and you ask me not to stay. So what would I say? So complicated, no hesitation. I give it away. I give it away. There's something about your words, and I did just unlearn the way that I am used to think that why my word, regardless of the time, I'll always call you mine. Try to explain, but I can't. Cause even if we're over, every time we're sober, nothing's ever gonna get between us. We're keeping our composure, looking for some closure. We will always end up landing on our feet like concrete. What else can I say? You know that I love you more than I should do. Might be insane, but I need a break. There's something about your words, and I did just learn the way that I am used to think that why my word, regardless of the time, I'll always call you mine. Try to explain, but I can't. Cause even if we're over, every time we're sober, nothing's ever gonna get between us. We're keeping our composure, looking for some closure. We will always end up landing on our feet like concrete. Like concrete.
Welcome back. I'm talking to Amaya. How are you feeling, by the way?
It's a little early.
Is it?
Yeah, but otherwise, I'm really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, how are you?
We're continuing the Good Morning Slovenia.
Good
If you
morning.
spot a radar on the road, please call us. You'll get a prize. No, you won't. But call us anyway. Now, Amaya, tell me, it didn't take long for you to move abroad. Where exactly did you go, and what did you do? You went to study, did you?
Exactly, yeah. I moved to Rotterdam first.
Oh,
And then I moved to Stockholm, Sweden.
Stockholm.
Yes, exactly.
You can speak so many foreign languages. So you have to be proficient.
Yeah, I speak Swedish, I speak English, Slovene, and that's about it, actually.
That is impressive. I can't speak a word Swedish.
But I'm sure you speak some other languages.
I know some music lyrics by
Yes.
certain Swedish bands, but I couldn't talk. I couldn't say good morning.
It's a really, it's a special language. I mean, the grammar especially is kind of backwards. Yeah.
Is it?
It took me some time.
Took you some time to learn.
Yeah.
Okay, so you studied music. You still study music then?
No, I actually graduated.
You graduated
3 years
already?
ago. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh. And how was that as an experience, as opposed to Slovenia?
Wow, it's like a night and day. I mean, Slovenia, it's a really small country, and I have always been kind of interested in like soul and R&B, and I just felt like I couldn't really fulfill that dream, by staying here.
Yep.
So I wanted to develop, I wanted to grow. I didn't want to, just kind of like continue at one spot where there are limitations,
Yeah.
absolutely. So it was amazing. I mean, it just opened up a whole new world. The music industry in Sweden is really different. There is a big songwriting culture, a lot of studios, a lot of really big artists come from Sweden, like ABBA, Roxette, Ace of Base, Avicii. There's so many. So this whole world was kind of new to me, and it was really exciting because I got into songwriting. I learned so much. I learned so much about the music industry. Here, we're not so affected still by the streaming culture, like Spotify, iTunes. I mean, we're using it, but Spotify doesn't even exist here yet. But there, it's kind of like the whole industry is driven by these music platforms.
I think one of the main differences is I studied in Salzburg.
Right.
Yeah, Mozarteum.
Yes.
And I found the main difference between Austria and Slovenia was a more easygoing mood.
Yeah.
But easygoing doesn't mean a lack of focus.
No,
This
not
lack
at
of
all.
focus, I thought, was higher in Austria. And could you say that this focus was could be in a way connected to your creativity?
Absolutely. I mean,
What makes you go creatively? That you sit down, you write a piece of music, and you decide to bring it into life.
it really helps me not to put too much pressure on myself and not to limit myself, because the music industry really is like we get leads. For example, I'm signed to a publisher, and they tell us, so we need a song like this for this artist, with very specific instructions.
Here are the lyrics, here are the notes. Put them together.
Exactly. And I mean, after some time, I started to feel like I'm making Nike shoes instead of music.
Okay.
It's like fast food music, basically. So I stopped doing that because it was just like, I don't know. This is not why I do music, and it really goes against my values. So I just like sit down. Usually I'm going through something, so either I write down lyrics and then I put music to it, or I have a melody, or I just hear some chords that kind of spark up something. It really depends, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then you let your juices flow.
Yeah,
so
I need to be free in that sense, and I need to be in an environment that allows that.
Okay. So
Yeah.
where do you see your character developing? Your musical figure. You started off as this energetic girl who smacked us in the face. with a wonderful song, and I think you've turned more introspective now.
I did, definitely.
Where do you see yourself going in the future?
Oh my God, it's so hard to say. I mean, I've definitely grown a lot. Moving abroad wasn't exactly the easiest thing, I must
Okay.
say. Especially, I didn't know anyone, and I had to kind of build my life from scratch. So that has definitely changed me. And you just start to dig inside a bit more. And then also my relationship to music kind of changed. So right now, I feel like I'm a bit more connected with myself, and I think that I feel more comfortable with that part of me. Being a bit more vulnerable, like, yeah. So I'm definitely not. I still have that energy somewhere inside me, but I kind of combine it with vulnerability in another way. So
Okay.
I like to show all my colors now.
That is amazing. Any
Yeah.
interesting things, interesting stuff coming up soon?
Right now, I'm working on my new music. I just put out a new single, and the next one is coming out in 2 months. Yesterday, we've been recording strings on it in Stockholm, so
Wow.
I'm super excited.
You were in
I'm
Stockholm yesterday? No.
No. We did
were-
it through Zoom, because obviously I couldn't
Through
travel
Zoom.
back.
Everything here functions through Zoom.
Exactly.
We've been talking
Thank
to
God.
the whole world. So okay, that is wonderful.
Yes.
So is music the thing which is going to be with you for the rest of your life?
Most definitely. I can't help it. It's who I am. It's what I breathe.
It is wonderful. It is the same determination as the people here have.
Yeah.
I think.
Exactly.
I think
That's
it's-
why we can
Yeah.
relate to each other no matter
Yeah,
what we do.
very, very relatable. And I think that's what music is all about. It's about passion. It's about
Definitely.
devotion,
Yes.
and mostly it's about expression.
It is,
And
exactly.
it is the same about for startups.
Yes. And we have to follow that passion, I think.
Yeah.
No
Maya,
matter
it's
how hard
been
it is.
wonderful having you.
Thank you so
Thank you for
much.
coming. Thank you
Same.
for coming to the studio, and I really hope to see you again very soon.
Thank you. Likewise.
All the best of luck to you.
Thank you so much.
We'll be right back with our next guest after this video of Nordung. Ladies and gentlemen, my next guest is Dominique Kobold, the director of Center Nordung. Welcome. Hello.
Thank you for the invitation. Hello.
Absolutely, we're very glad to have you. Now, what do you think of Amaya?
Great artist,
Yeah,
very well presentation, and he's doing really nice music.
yeah, absolutely. We're very pleased to have her. Now, tell me, you're the director of Center Nordung.
Yes.
What exactly is that for all the viewers who don't know? Where can we see it, and what is it all about?
Center Nordung is a space center, and our main mission is to collect, promote, and research knowledge about the space high technologies and also human achievements in the space. And this knowledge we promote to the public enthusiasts, space enthusiasts, to younger population and wider population.
So is the interest big? Are people very interested in this?
Yes, we have a specific public, and this specific public is very interested, and it's nothing of limited. So we want to spread this out also to the younger generation, and we want to motivate them to think about the space, to think about the future technologies, to be more oriented in the nature science.
So we're talking about the scientific aspects of space and not science fiction aspects of space. How would you differentiate?
Yes. We have exhibition to be on display, and we use combine high technologies, multimedia technologies on the one hand, and on the other hand, we use more conventional art visual presentation.
Okay.
So we also connect economy, science, and education, and on the other hand, art and also tourism.
Okay.
All together. Our intention is not to be a classical, conventional museum, but we are more focused into the future. So we also want to use as much as possible modern high technologies. Also, we want to present, I don't know, startup with good ideas. We want to use these technologies and perform exhibitions or some advanced applications which could be on display to the general public.
So would you like to talk more about the technologies in the Center Nordung? Because I find that fascinating. What can I find if I go there? What exactly?
First of all, we are located in Vitania. In Vitania, yes, in a fascinating, very unique building. Building is round shape.
Round building.
Yes, and there is used as a cultural home for the municipality of Vitania, and we have also a hallway for the exhibition and gallery where we have space exhibitions. So it's a multi-purpose building. It's fascinating. The idea to create this building was derived from the Herman Potočnik Nordung book. In his book, his biggest invention was a habitat wheel, space station with a habitat wheel, and the habitat wheel would have artificial gravity as a result of rotating. And the artificial gravity would have astronauts and people living there to avoid diseases and this harmful environment in the space.
Okay. Herman Potočnik, you said?
Yes.
Who exactly was Herman Potočnik?
Herman Potočnik was one of the first pioneers, space pioneers, very important in a worldwide point of view, and he started in 1925 a study how to live in space, and he wrote only one book, and in this book he presented different things about the rocket engines, rocket motors, then how to orbit the satellites, and then living in the space in the weightless conditions, and finally, the most important thing, he designed the geostationary space station with a habitat wheel.
Ah, okay. So, what would you say is the most important contribution of his?
The most important contribution is idea, and he gives some insight how his imagination was huge, and he designed how to live in space, and then this knowledge, this study was used by the artist on one hand, and they created some science fiction stories with a habitat wheel and these future space stations. And on the other hand, they also used the real scientific, for instance, von Braun. He also used his study written in his book.
So he was born in?
He in Croatia, in Pula. He was born there, but his father was from Slovenjarac, he was Slovene, and the mother was from Maribor.
So he's Slovenian.
He is Slovenian, but he also lived in Austria.
So here's another legend. We were talking about Peter Floriancic yesterday.
Yeah.
This country is full of legends.
Yeah.
And what else was so special about him? Because he's apparently a fascinating man.
Like I said, this imagination, how to live in space. In that time, there was no studies, no imagination how is possible to move in weightless state conditions. He wrote this in his book, and it's for sure he should imagine this in his hand. And people who read this book after that, he think that that's science fiction. It's not true, but through the years, nowadays we see that he was right.
So which art would you like to point out as the one that was most interesting to see, inspired by his book? You were talking about some artworks.
Kubrick. All are aware about Kubrick and Odyssey 2001.
This was inspired by?
Yes, was inspired by Potočnik.
So all the scenes in space with the rotating
wheel, living there. Yes.
Space. Any other works that we should check out in connection with that?
They use just some parts of that. I believe that almost all first engineers, because the book was quite fast translated to English, in Wonder Stories, for instance, and then was also translated to Russian language.
Okay.
And
so, go on.
It's quite famous in this field.
So where do you see the future taking the Center Norden?
In the future, we are now. It's a little bit crisis due to the virus, but we are looking for some very attractive exhibitions. We want to get Moonrock from NASA organization, and we are working on this exhibition. It should be here in Vitania, but due to the virus, we don't know yet when it will be possible to set it.
Okay. Is there anything else you would like to point out?
Yes, next month Slovenia also launch first 2 satellites into the orbit, and that's a great achievement for the Slovenia. First object, Slovenian object in the space. There is also involved one Slovenian company from Maribor, startup Skylabs, which designed the computer and the satellite, nano satellite, very small one.
So when will you be open again? Do you happen to know? So the people could visit you.
Yes, we are open. We started in the beginning of May. Now we are looking forward also to prepare conferences and events at our facilities, and to go on.
So that sounds really wonderful. I wish you all the best of luck. Thank you very much for coming and for talking about the Center Norden Sounds really, really interesting. Where exactly is that for all the people who are not from Slovenia?
Is in Vitanje. When you drive to the Ljubljana, is Slovenska exit Slovenske Konjice, and 15 minutes in drive to the very small hilly village, where is this fascinating building located in a small village, and you are welcome. We would be glad to visit us. I believe that applications and exhibitions are very interesting, and you can fly with a simulator, go to the space. You can see a 360 room with animations.
360 room in space?
In our facilities.
Oh, in our facilities. Oh, okay.
With the animation, you can learn about the planets, about the space missions, like be in virtual reality without wearing glasses. It's very fascinating. And you can learn a lot about the Hermann Potočnik Nogdung and the other fields of the space.
Wonderful. Thank you very much for being our guest. And
thank you for the invitation.
About talking about Nordung Center. I wish you all the best of luck in the future. So, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be right back with our next guest. But first, let's take a video of this Novo Mesto Festival Situl. Ladies and gentlemen, my next guest is an archaeologist from the Museum of Dolenjska, Petra Stipancic. Welcome. Good morning.
Good morning to you.
Thank you very much for coming today.
Thank you for inviting me.
Now, we're going to talk about a very special thing. It's called a situla. It's a Latin word which means a bucket, and it's a thing which dates back to which year?
Well, if we go directly to Novo Mesto, which is also called a town of Situle, and Situla is a bronze vessel or a bucket made of tin metal, bronze metal, and it has a ladle. It has a handle. Handle. And in Novo Mesto, we found, archaeologists, 16 of these metal buckets, and 9 of them are decorated. So we have decorated or undecorated situla. Situla is a Latin word, and well, it means a shape of a vessel. So the shape is like a bucket.
The shape of a bucket.
Yeah.
Why are these so important? They're very specific and to Novo Mesto.
And we could say also for the whole Slovenian area, but especially for Novo Mesto in the early Iron Age. It's a Hallstatt period, also called between 8th and 4th century BC. And the Situle from Novo Mesto are dated to the end of 5th and beginning of the 4th century BC. And they are important because of their scenes, of the stories that are, we could say it,
so this
presented, presented on the vessels, on these situla. So we have a different scenes from everyday's life, maybe also from mythological life or some mythological creatures. But for Novo Mesto, we could say that we have a local craftsmen that were decorated or doing these bronze vessels.
Okay, so I'm an archaeologist. I dig up one of these. What can I find out about it? Why are they so special? Is it the engravings?
Yes, especially the engravings. And also the shape, and we are talking about art. So these are products of art in the prehistory, in the first millennium BC, and we are all familiar with Homer, with Odysseus, and the story about it. And in Slovenia, we don't have written sources from that time of period for Iron Age. Nothing is written, like some book or something like that. But we can tell something about the life of people in that time if we read the scenes on Situla.
So, in a way, what you're saying is about history being rewritten. In a way.
Yes, and we have men, we have animals, we have different scenes like fishermen's, like traveling with wagon. We have birds, different animals, horned animals, rabbits, fish. So we can have some imagine. What were people doing, especially in the area of Dolenjsko, because this is Novo Mesto is the center of Dolenjska region, and what was even about fashion in that time, because men having long dresses, some hats on the head, and weapons, and the same weapon equipment or horse gear we found in the graves. So craftsmen lived in the time, and they saw soldiers, fishermen, and they engraved this on a situla.
So there is a serious possibility that something will be discovered which will change the history as we know it, or our vision of the history as we know it?
You can't just dig and find situla every day.
I imagine, yes.
And I am in the Dolenjski Museum 20 years now, and in this period we found only one situla. So this is not very common that you found situla in every grave. But for example, a very important cemetery in Novo Mesto is Kapiteljska Niva and Candia. So these are two very large cemeteries, and especially Kapiteljska Niva is a place where our ancestors or people that lived in the first millennium BC, they were buried, their deceased, over almost 1,000 years in the same place. And very known is from the early Iron Age or Hallstatt period. And we have inhumation graves, so skeleton were put into the grave, approximately 1,200 or 1,300 graves, and we don't have Situla in every grave. Only in the most richest graves, we call them princely graves. So we know that society in the early Iron Age was distinguished, and we have high-level princes and princesses, and they were leading their people. And only in this rich grave we can find for example, Situla.
How long did we not know about this? This hasn't been known since the Greek times and the Roman times.
Well, Novo Mesto as an archaeological point is known from the end of the 19th century, when the first archaeologists dig in area of Dolensko.
That's pretty recent.
Yes. But if you ask me if the Greek people know about Novo Mesto, even we do not know the name of this town in the prehistory, probably yes, because we have a lot of evidence or objects which came with trade from Greek area to Novo Mesto, and probably some products from Novo Mesto came to Greek area. And we know that everybody which didn't live in Greek area were barbarians for them. But Novo Mesto and Dolenska in the early Iron Age was very important because of iron smelting and producing iron products. And these large Greek arms or warriors needed the Dolenska iron. And the trade was going on. And we have in Novo Mesto very special Greek vessels, small Greek vessels. We even have Greco-Illyrian helmets, 2 of them. So the trade between these two lands was going on even in the first millennium BC.
I feel like I'm on National Geographic Channel. This is really, really fascinating. Would you like to talk more about the art examples on the... Because this is what I find most inspiring. What exactly did the art in those days look like? You said there was no written word, and how did the art translate into these engravings?
So you have very fine imagination of men, of animals. They engraved with small dots, lines. These scenes. Situla has probably all of them have 3 scenes, 3 friezes, and the most in the central with some scenes of men and animals, and on the top and on the bottom with some geometrical or vegetable motifs. But maybe you heard also about Vace Situla, which is also very important. And for Slovenia, it is very important, these scenes from Situla, because we have them in our passports, in our ID documents. We have these scenes, we have men on a horse. So for us, this is very, very important, this time of history, this early Iron Age, and the art of Situla. And it is also interesting, we call it Situla art, but it is not only on the vessel. We also have a belt or some lead for a vessel that is also decorated in this style of Situla art. So this is more like scenes, a lot of scenes talking about something, talking about life in a prehistory or in a time of early Iron Age.
Okay, and there's another thing you'd like to talk about.
Yes.
Connected with the same time as the Situla, and it's called Steklene Jagode.
Yes, glass beads.
The glass beads?
Yes.
What is that all about? I know nothing about that, and I'm eager to know.
Dolenska is a very rich area. It has a lot of iron ore. Yep. And this was important because melting this iron ore was very important. And the people which knew that were very rich for that time. And also they were melting glass and producing glass beads. In Novo Mesto and in Dolenska region, we have more than 10,000 of these glass beads. These are parts of a necklace. Most of them are found in female graves. Okay. On this picture, we have amber. Okay. So at first we will talk about glass. Glass, the main substance is quartzite sand. And we have a lot of them in Dolenska. So you have to melt glass and then produce glass beads. These are very small beads.
How big is this, for instance? If we were
how big is?
Yeah, how big is it?
2 centimeters, 2.5 to 3 centimeters.
Oh, okay.
They are very small.
Very small.
And a lot of them, probably one necklace is contained with more than 100 these small beads in one grave. So, but in very rich graves, for example, we have one very rich female grave, and she had a necklace with 1,200 glass beads around her neck.
How many?
1,200, yes. And we count them because we have to write them the inventory number. So this is the real number.
1,100 beads and no makeup.
Well, we don't know about makeup, but probably she didn't need it.
So what fascinates me most about this is the detail.
Yes.
The level of work.
Filigrane detailing, yes. And these are small glass beads in the shape of a ram's head. Very typical for Dolenska region. You see the horns, eyes. You can recognize the ram in this. And also we have made them of amber also.
Okay.
So glass are in different colors: white, yellow, green, blue. Very different variant of a blue. These are arm rings, something else, not the beads. And we don't have red glass. And this is very, very interesting. And we suppose that this red color, because they put some natural herbs to color the glass, and we don't know yet why we don't have the red glass, and probably this red thing, this amber, which came from Baltic Sea with trade. This is not locally produced amber. It came from the area of Baltic Sea. We are still talking, it is a raw material or fine products or finally products, and these are red, orange, brown colored. And these amber beads also were put in the necklaces together with glass beads.
You truly are opening a whole new world for us who don't know much about this.
So you are very welcome to the Dolenska Museum.
Thank you very much. I most probably will visit. Tell me, there is a festival of the Situle.
Yes.
When does that take place? When is that all about?
Well, Novo Mesto is called the town of Situle, and 5 years ago we established the festival of Situle, and every year in June, at the end of June, we have one day of representing the life and living from the early Iron Age, with different workshops, with workshop for children, for adults, some program. We have craftsmen doing things that we suppose they were doing in that time.
A reconstruction of the situation.
Yes.
Okay.
And unfortunately, this year we have to cancel it because of the situation. But we know the date for the next year. It will be the 26th June.
The 26th of June.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, and you are very welcome to Novo Mesto. And we are very proud of this festival of Situla, because last year we have 2,000 visitors.
2,000 visitors?
Yes. It's always a Saturday, and the program is very, very rich.
Okay, so the general aims of this festival are?
To represent the life in the early Iron Age, to present the people this archaeology, which is not something for high society, or that common people will understand and will know or will see how important is our history and our roots.
Okay, and how do you see the future of archaeology in the terms of Situla? If I understand correctly, they won't be dug up for much longer, or they won't be done indefinitely.
No, especially for Novo Mesto and Kapitolska Niva, where soil is very acid, the archaeological finds are very damaged. And we don't have very much time to discover, to do archaeological excavations, because this metal is very fragile, and we found them in very, very bad shape, because this acid soil damaged the metal.
Okay, so how exactly does the excavation look like? I really know nothing about it, but I found it very interesting.
So these days in the area, for example, of Kapitolska Niva, this is a field. The team from the Lenski Museum doesn't use any machines. We do all by our hands.
Handwork.
Yes, handwork. And last few years we are digging approximately for 6 weeks. 10 years ago we were like 3 months on the field, and we just we know the area. We are excavating for 30 years now there, and first we have to put away 20 to 30 centimeters of the soil, and already after these 30 centimeters we have graves.
Okay.
It is very thin, this soil level, because it was a field that and farmers were plugging, and so this is very damaged area, and we have to be very careful. So then we saw these graves, because the color of soil is different from the other soil, is darker, but with some experience, you can see this. Not everybody see this.
A layman can't see it.
See this difference, and then we dig by hands, or some. We have how do you say?
Special tools.
Yes, special tools to dig the graves. And this is not work for 2 hours or for 5 hours. This is work for a whole day.
Okay.
And it is very slow because these objects are very fragile.
So, okay, so that's...
So we also have, you can also visit us on our excavation field when we are on the field.
It's open for the public?
Yes,
That's
we
wonderful.
have a public day, but not this year, because everything is a little bit changed. But you can come and visit us, and we have a public presentation, and we explain them, and they can look and be with us for an hour or two.
Okay, so I understand there's a very special story about 4 buttons.
Okay.
Would you like to talk more about that? Because I'm fascinated about it.
Okay, we have in our collection, archaeological collection, we have 4 amber buttons.
4 yeah.
Yes, they made from amber.
What's the story behind those
Okay,
buttons?
they are decorated with heads of a duck, and they are not finished. We have three of them with this duck heads, and they are in a different stage of ornamenting or of doing. So we have one button that is fully done, and two others not fully done.
Works
and
in progress.
Yes,
Okay.
and we suppose that amber came in Dolenjsko or in Novo Mesto as a raw material,
Yeah.
and these local craftsmen were doing this amber and these buttons, and they weren't fully done and put in the grave. Maybe it was not on time, so but he had to put it in the grave, and these are in the same grave I told you about. This 1,300 glass beads. This is very special grave, very rich grave. And she had also these 3 buttons with duck's heads, and we suppose it could be locally made because of this stage of ornamented these duck's heads.
Amazing stories. Do you think we could get enough information to get a clearer picture of what life might have looked like in those days?
Yes. We every day, and especially with new technologies, with DNA analysis, with some shooting from the air, with different approaches. Every day we have a new picture or a new evidence about how the life looked like in approximately almost 2,500 years ago.
So, are there a lot of literature? Is there a lot of literature available in this area, so people can read?
Yes.
Yeah.
In Slovene, in English, and we try to publish our knowledge or our results, but you need a lot of first you need a lot of time to excavate, to research, and then to publish this. But time passes by. 1 year, 5 years just pass
Flies,
through.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. So that's 26th of June.
Next year.
26th of June, 2021. Put that down. Petra, thank you very much for being our guest and talking about this very, very interesting things. I'm sure you'll get a lot more visitors, especially when the crisis is over.
Thank you for inviting me.
Thank you very much. We'll be right back after this. Back. Guess who's in the studio? Aleš.
The Network Ninja.
The Network Ninja. Now, I'm going to ask this ninja all about the deal room. Give me an update. What is going on? What is happening?
We are still well beyond 800 meetings. So our goal is still to reach 1,000.
Okay. There's still time?
There's still enough time, so...
Come on, it's 9 o'clock.
Yeah, there's still more than enough time left. But I actually have a confession to make.
Please.
I've actually had, but don't tell that to my bosses.
No, I won't.
Yeah, I've actually had a couple of meetings myself yesterday in the deal room.
Did you?
Yeah.
How did that go?
It was, awesome, because one of the meetings was with Chuck Goldman. He's like a household name of Podim. And, he's across the pond, doing great, by the way. And we were discussing, how, I just sort of happen to have my own side hustle. Like, I don't just deal with startups. I have my own startup, so So we had a great discussion with Chuck. He was giving great advice on how we could enter the U.S. market with our products. So it was great fun.
First-hand experience, you say?
First-hand experience. So I had a chance to experience this. You were limited to 20-minute meeting. And it's like by the second. So when the time is running out, you're like, call me, write me, like, where's your email? How can I reach you? And when the time is up, it's like, and you're off.
The line closes.
The line is closed, and
this is cruel.
yeah, it is. So you have to be like, you have to keep an eye, on the clock and like.
This is like America's Got Talent. Here's your slot. Your time's running out. 3 seconds left. Goodbye.
And you're cut off.
Yeah, and you're cut off. What are your tactics? What do you say was the most important tactic? How do you present it?
I mean, I like to keep it personal. Like it's really not about selling. When you're trying to get the message across about what you do. So like half of it was probably small talk. But that's really how you get the other person engaged, and then you slowly ease into the like the business stuff. And so far, it worked for me. So I'm sure that if you follow this tactic, it will work for you also.
So you begin. Let me tell you a story.
Yeah.
Is that how it goes?
I was actually like my goal. And I have known Chuck, from before, so I actually know about his mother, how she is, and like Mimi, she's super fun, and she loves Podim, So she wasn't too happy, about the fact that this year Chuck and her weren't able to come to Maribor, to experience Podim in real life. So but they're both in Hopin. They were following the program. So I also did some of checkup. So what's going on there? If if they're with us here in the digital form also, and they are. So they love the program. They said you were great. They said that we have a great anchorman this year.
Come on.
Yeah.
Shut up.
Yeah.
Shut up. Right. So engagement is high. Tell me what's in store for the rest of the day. I think the main event or the finalists pitching session will be at 5 p.m. What's in store for us for the next 6 to 7 hours?
I would say that we have still some amazing panels going on today. Be sure to also check the site sessions that will take place in the session sections of the Hopin. We'll have guys from Business Carinthia, Business Location Carinthia, explaining how to enter the Austrian market. We'll have different topics on disruption in health tech, disruption in food tech. So I think everyone will find something for that suits the business they're doing.
Okay. Do you share Urban's character in being a guy who plans ahead? We're second day of the conference is here. I'm just going to finish today, final day. What are your plans ahead? You must be thinking for the next big thing.
Well, it's an interesting question, but we definitely now found out that this Podim DX thing works. So we will definitely see how we can develop it further, to make it like a thing that's here to stay. So it's not just one time thing, because we really prove that this thing can actually work even though it's not a physical event. So we'll definitely see where the future will take us from here.
Mm-hmm. So it will remain like that in one way or another.
Yeah, in one way or another. Of course, we won't just cancel the physical event, because that's still our main focus. We love doing that one. And we wouldn't, trade it for the digital. But the digital version also works. It's obvious that there's a lot of interactions going on. We have people in the expo, we have people doing meetings in the deal room, people following the program in Hopin. So we should definitely stick to that and have it also done in the future.
What's the best thing that happened to you in the last 2 days? I'm interested about the current experiences. Being the host, I don't get to see much what's happening in other places, and that's why I'm asking.
I would say that I was playing yesterday that I thought that I would be missing out, on the networking part of the conference that I was really, always so passionate about, and I'm so happy that the networking is here. It's slightly changed. The interactions obviously aren't as personal as they were in the past, but still, it's actual people talking to actual people, and I love it. I'm so thrilled that this is happening.
Have you qualified Anita to use the terminal?
Yeah, that may take a while.
Might take a while.
It's when you actually see how the assistant is viewing it, it's quite complex. There are like 5 screens there, 100 of buttons. It's like a
Anita said it was daunting.
Yeah. That's a way to put it. Yeah.
Yeah, but I do suspect that it's much easier for the user and for the user end experience as opposed to the person.
I mean, the user experience is quite similar. So it's really you just all you have to do is really click a button, and the nice assistant on the other hand will let you in and start interacting with you. So that's all it takes to be interactive with the assistant.
It really sounds really right. How about the statistics? Give me some numbers.
You're a number guy.
I'm rubbing it off, Urban.
We will just checking the numbers earlier. We still have, I think it's now 1,300 meetings that were requested but haven't been answered yet. So there's a lot of meetings out there waiting to be accepted. So if you're the one that got the invitation, be sure to check it. This is the time where the FOMO kicks in. Don't miss it out, guys. This is your last chance to have meetings at a Podim DX. There's only so much time left, so be sure to go into deal room, get as many meetings as you can, squeeze them in this couple of hours that we still have left, and get the most out of it.
Okay. Urban was talking about the positive feedback he's been receiving. Now, could you tell, for those who don't know, where can they post this feedback?
We'll really be happy of any positive feedback anywhere. So you guys can post on the Facebook. You guys can leave your message in the Hopin itself. Shoot us an email. Give us a call. If you post my number there and just give me a call, I'll be happy to hear any feedback you guys have.
And if you don't have, and if you're not online, write an ad in the paper.
Yeah, a good old letter will,
Write a letter.
Yeah, I'll be happy to read it in a week or two.
In a week or two, when everything's over. Is there anything else before we move on that you would like to point out?
I wanted to ask you, how are you feeling? Because does anyone ask you how?
No.
I thought so. Yeah.
I get a sandwich every 3 hours and a glass of water, and that's it.
Well, that's the life of the anchorman, right?
It is, but I'm feeling wonderful. I think it's a wonderful experience, and I'm really inspired by you. I am inspired by you and by your energy, because especially at this time of day, this is usually the time when I turn around in bed for the first time. And I do love the energy of the entire event. I think it was very exciting yesterday when we showed the backstage so that people could see how busy it is in the backstage. So thank you very much for this experience, by the way.
It was a pleasure.
It's wonderful. And hope to see you again very soon. And this is it for now.
Okay.
And we'll be back after this.
I'm ready to do it, I can't be afraid now. Put me on the stage now, I'm ready to rage now. I feel like an animal stuck in a cage and I'm ready to break out. My time, none of you people can tell me to stop. This time, like the last time, you better get ready to race to the top. I'm ready to do this, show you what the truth is. I step on the field, it's time to get real, I'm feeling so ruthless. My time, none of you people can tell me to stop. Lower the lights down, hand over my crown. Hand over my heart. I do this for my town. I do this for my crowd. So turn me up real loud. My time, my time. None of you people can tell me to stop. Yeah. So what are you afraid of? Those feelings are made of. Get in the game, your moment of fame. Show them what you made of. It's time that we stand up. It's time that we man up. For anyone asking who is the best, we putting our hands up. My time, nothing can keep me from reaching the top. This time, like the last time, I'm moving so fast, I'm ready to ride. I'm ready to throw down, it's time for the showdown. I'm ready to rise, don't be surprised, I'll take on the world now. My time, none of you people can tell me to stop. My town, my crown, we know what it takes to be reaching the top. We're reaching the top, we're reaching the top. We know what it takes to be reaching the top. Turning the track up, I'm never going back down. Hands over my heart, I do this for my town. I do this for my crowd. So turn me up real loud. My time, none of you people can tell me to stop.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. What an exciting morning. This is the final day of the Podim conference, the second day, and also the third day. Monday was the pre-day, and we're really having a wonderful time. It's been a busy morning. Amaya was here, Urban was here, and we talked about some numbers, and that was a whole lot of fun. Dominique Kobold was here from the Center Nordung. Make sure you visit that when you can. It's fascinating subjects every day, and I'm really sorry we don't get to do this all year, because we learn a lot, the energy is great, and all can be translated in one way or another into some sort of entrepreneurial ideas. Right, a whole lot of things planned for the rest of the day, but right now I think we should call Vienna and Mr. Martin Pachar. Please roll the intro.
Now, let's dance back to Vienna studio. Mozart is already playing.
Hello, 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 Martin. Vienna, is the line working?
The line is working perfect. Hello, a very, very warm welcome from Vienna and the stage of the broadcast. And I hope you're doing fine in Maribor.
Absolutely, we're doing great. Great to see you. Everything is action-packed here. Tell me, what's the situation like in Vienna? What's in store for us at your end?
Yeah, today it's the last day of the conference, as we know, unfortunately, but there is lots of program happening today. We have really interesting keynotes coming up next on the topic of green tech, 3 really innovative founders. So I'm looking forward already, but then also in the afternoon, really interesting keynotes and panels on fintech, for example, and we definitely also have the founder talks with 3 innovative founders, really successful founders who became investors. So, and we're gonna ask them how it's gonna be switching the side.
Okay, that sounds really, really exciting. Martin, let me ask you a question. Have you met Anita? Have you met our Anita? She's wonderful.
Unfortunately, I haven't met her, but I will do it today.
You can do it now, because she's in studio too.
Perfect, thank you.
Hello, I should say good morning to someone, then good afternoon to another. Good afternoon or good day to you, Jure, and of course to Martin. First of all, Jure, let me solve this out. Did I hear Aleš say before that I was someone who learns slowly?
No, you know, the thing he said was that the situation for the person at the other end of that terminal was pretty daunting and challenging, and that you did a wonderful job and that you are a wonderful person and he loves you very, 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 very much. That's what he said.
Okay.
Anything else you might have heard was wrong.
Okay, he should buy you a drink now because you just saved him, saved by the bell. And I'm really happy because, you know, my role here is to be an ambassador of Slovenia, you know, presenting Slovenia, showing all our sites and beautiful towns. And that is what we will do in the next minutes. Slovenia has love in its name. And it's in the middle of Europe, in the heart of the Europe, they say, where Mediterranean meets Alps and where Pannonial meets Karst, there is Slovenia. The first town we will meet today is Maribor. Beautiful Maribor. I just love this town. I know it's my town, but still, you know, some people live in the town and they don't love it. I just love it. Let me tell you what you just saw in this beautiful video. Our town has everything. It has a beautiful center, museums, castles, we have a marketplace. Then we have Pohorje, our green hill where you can ski at winter and you can go on hiking on summer. You can even try downhill, you could see it, but you had to have some adrenaline in you to do that. Then we have River Drava. you can experience Drava so that you ride a boat or a raft on Drava. That is a special experience where you can also taste our wine. You will end up at the oldest wine. That is a wine museum, and we have a really good tasting of wine there, so that will be something that you will experience in Maribor also. Like I said, I love this town, but you have to come to see what it has. So I'm inviting you. I will be your host.
You've been in Maribor for 3 days now.
Yeah.
And although I haven't left the studio at all for 3 days, I've been feeling like home.
You know what? I would like you to see more of Maribor. I know this is not the opportunity right now because we are working and you have to go back to your home, to Ljubljana, where you have, of course, other things to do. But please come back, Jure, and I will take you on a tour, okay?
I sure will come back.
Okay. And I also promise you some good wine tasting. Let's move on. Let's look at Ljubljana. beautiful Ljubljana, our capital of Slovenia, around 260,000 people living there, a lot of tourists every year because Ljubljana is more and more popular. Jure, I know you are from Brežice, but you said to me that you were living in Ljubljana for 18 years. So please do tell me, what would you recommend in Ljubljana?
I would recommend the park, Tivoli.
Okay.
It's a great place to relax. I would probably recommend some pubs, but that doesn't count as... It does count as tourism, doesn't it?
Of course it is.
Pub crawling. And I would probably recommend walks in the old town. I think that can get pretty interesting. You can get the old vibe, the something you don't get in larger cities, but which Ljubljana has. Don't you agree?
Yes, absolutely. Now, the way I see Ljubljana, you know, it's this beautiful town by the river Ljubljanica with these picturesque bridges over it. And there is this fantastic marketplace. I think Jože Pličnik was the architect who did it. And every Friday on summer, there's an open kitchen. And I think that just everybody who lives in the center of Ljubljana, and of course all other people who come from all across Slovenia, they're eating there because you can actually taste whatever you want, all kinds of food. And I really like, you know, to visit Ljubljana on Fridays.
Yeah.
So,
tasty. It's very tasty. You get very small amounts, but you get a variety of amounts. So it's as if you would get one large amount, and you get stuffed.
Yes, that's true. It's absolutely fantastic food. So you have to visit Ljubljana and you have to visit Open Kitchen. And of course, the castle of Ljubljana, we could see it on the video. It's just beautiful. Surroundings of Ljubljana. It is a green city after all. Now let's take a look at our Alps. our beautiful Alps. Slovenia has sea at one side, Alps on the other side. These powerful peaks, and the highest of them is Triglav. You should climb Triglav if you like climbing and hiking, but if not, you should just try to come to the top because somewhere in the middle you will get to see National Park, Triglav National Park with all beautiful lakes. What you could see on that video was also Lake Bled and Bohin, beautiful lakes. And I think that Bled is the only lake on the world or in Europe that has natural island in the middle. It's really something special. Otherwise, Slovenia is a land of forest, land of waters, and I think we have around 22,000 different species of animals and plants, so it's just unbelievable. As I said, Slovenia is a green country. And let's get to know Karst now.
Zemljevidov, zamaskiranih obrazov, oranžni so spomini mojih tvojih jazov. Je to modrost, je to tvoja norost, kaj pomeni ta praznina? Med vrsticami spomina sem se spotaknila in smisel zamudila. Je vse to res? Je to pot do nebes? A se tukaj svet konča? Kje se polje svetla morja?
That was our beautiful karst. You know, Slovenia is karstic land. We discover new caves every year. It's unbelievable. I don't know, Jure, if you know that, but we have around 8,000 caves in Slovenia. 20 of them are show caves. Did you know that?
How many caves?
8,000.
8,000 caves?
Yeah.
Okay, and how many cavemen?
Oh, I would have to search for that, look it up. I don't know.
I'm just wondering.
I haven't met any yet.
Perhaps we should ask Urban. He's a lover of numbers.
Yes, really.
He'll give us some statistics on cavemen in Slovenia.
Yes, I agree. We will ask Urban. So when we talk about caves, you know, we have this beautiful Postojna cave. It is just magnificent. You can see it by walking, and a part of it you go by train, and it's a special experience. And under the earth underground, also in the stream underground lives human fish. You could see it also on video. It is a fish that is blind because it lives in the dark, but it's something we are very proud of. Now, we have Scotian Cave, and it is UNESCO heritage, on the UNESCO heritage list. It is really special cave. You should also see it when you come to see karst in Slovenia. We have Vilenica, Križna Cave, and 16 others who are also show caves. Now we have Lipica. You have seen our Lipicaner horses, our authentic horses. I don't know, Jure, have you ever been to Lipica, maybe riding those horses?
No, but I do drive by when I go play golf. So I'm not a horse rider, you know. Although I look like a cowboy, truth be told.
Yes, you do.
But I don't ride horses.
Okay, I never rode horses also. I mean, it's something that I would like to do, but I didn't get to do that yet. But those beautiful white horses are really our Slovene horses, Lipicaner, and we are so proud of them. Now, there are around 100 wine cellars in Karst. Now, Jure, that is something that we are proud of too.
Yes, we are. We are, of course.
Great
we are.
wine tasting.
Yeah.
Do you know any wine from Karst?
Well, I know only as much as I drink it, but I usually drink too much and I forget all about it by the morning. And I think one other thing we should point out is the Slovenian language which we heard in the video.
Yeah.
Wasn't that nice?
Yes.
And Slovenian language has a very special thing. It's called the dual.
Yeah.
We have singular, plural, and dual, and a wonderful way to express love.
Yes,
don't we?
This duality is something special, and I think people are having problems with our language, special because of that. But you get used to it, you know, in a time, eventually.
Yes.
Now, another thing from Karst I have to mention, we have great food there. About the wine, it's Teran. This is also our red wine, authentic wine. It's very good. You should taste it there. And when we come to food, we have Jota. This is a speciality there. We have Frtalja. It is made out of eggs. Also a great food, a great taste. You should try it. And of course, Karst Pursuit. Oh my God, I just love that meat. It is actually air-dried ham. And I'm sure you've tried that, Jure.
Yes, I've tried that. It's very, very good. Goes well with wine, with cheese, and you can get stuffed with that as well.
Yes, and a little bit of bread, maybe, you know.
Yeah.
Some olive oil. Oh my God, I'm
Heaven.
Getting hungry.
Let's go eat. I think it's time to call Vienna anyway, and give the word to Martin, who I think is already preparing for the next series of keynotes. Let's roll the intro.
Now, back to Maribor. Have you finished your Wiener Schnitzel? Potica is waiting.
Welcome back to the Maribor studio. The day is going wonderfully. I'm joined again by Urban.
Yeah, so we have first morning circular and green economy behind us. We had 3 great keynotes that were really important, in perspective of preserving our great planet. So they made us, and they should make us think, how each and every individual can, put its own piece in the puzzle of, saving our planet.
So that's
right.
in the hours to come.
No, this was at the beginning. So There were some really provocative questions by Martin Linder, who has the first keynote already.
Okay.
And it's really like a little bit provocative for all of us that, in order to be really aware that it's not only, the big factories and cars and everything that are polluting our planet, and then can be that, but each of us can be a solution in this puzzle, right? And also, besides these morning 3 keynotes, there were 2 great workshop sessions. One for how to prepare or how to fundraise, so the biggest mistakes, and second for how to implement this growth experimentational mindset in the corporation. So it was really great. First 1 hour is behind us, and there are really great content to come.
We've last spoken at 8 a.m.
Yes.
What are the key changes? What's happened since 8 a.m.? What you would like to point out?
Yeah, so key changes are that I had several coffees. I drank 1 liter of water.
Oh,
yeah,
staying hydrated.
Yeah, I'm staying hydrated. So if you look ahead of next 1 hour, we have a really great panel on the main stage. So we have Florian, Zoe, and Gula, who are all serial entrepreneurs, serial founders, now becoming investors, right? So we'll see a really interesting discussion on how once a founder now switched sides and became an investor. So this talk, I think it will be really interesting. And I'm really excited for this part of the program. So parallel to that, we have 2 workshops, and so we have great cases of circular economy and green tech cases presented by really great researchers, founders, and leaders of really top-notch organizational researchers here in Slovenia and also abroad. So next 1 hour is again really to be exciting, and then we'll see each other again in your beautiful studio.
Okay, that sounds wonderful. Aleš was talking about mentoring. Any developments in that area?
So the target 1,000 is still in our reach. So we are working.
Getting close?
Getting closer. So these mentoring parties, mentoring sessions are in full swing. So startups are, for all of you that just connected this morning, these are 20 minutes sessions with really renowned mentors. If you look at the Podim website and all the speakers that are in there, so most of them are also the mentors. So they spend 20 minutes with each startup in the deal room area and give them valuable advices and share their contacts, vision, point of view on a specific topic.
Okay, so how does that look like in practice? I get a connection with you. So let's say you're a mentor, you're at the other end. So the connection goes live, and I've got 20 minutes to present my idea.
Yeah. So we first, the organizers, we did a great job in and a lot of pre-work before this actually happens. So we have companies from creative industries, companies that are supported by Slovene Enterprise Fund. So companies that we from Startup Alpeodria program. So we have companies that are in a phase of or in a challenging phase, or they are looking for some sort of advices, or they're facing a challenge, right? So we identify basically the needs of the companies at in the first stage. Then we look at the mentors that we have on board. And then we did the matching, right? So basically, we did the matching already before the conference. So the mentors knew who they will mentor, and the startups knew who the mentors will be. So we aligned the expectations, we aligned the expertise, the vertical, and everything. And then actually we scheduled the meetings, and both sides enter the deal room, check their calendars, and when the meeting starts, the video is on. Okay. And basically 20 minutes is not a lot of time, but it's just enough to do a really quick introduction, who you are, what you're doing, and what your biggest challenge is, and then the conversation runs.
So is it cheating if they exchange their contact information once the time has run out?
Of course not. This is the main point. If this is cheating, the deal room is all about the cheating, right? So,
okay.
The deal room is about making deals, right? Making contacts, making deals, and of course, one thing is you pitch your idea to investors or to a corporate partner. So we hope that a lot of deals will be a result of these deal room sessions and mentoring and one-to-one sessions. And this result can be either a valuable contact. So when you need something or someone, a mentor can open you the door. So a foot in the door. Either can be a potential investment from a direct person that you are talking to. It can be maybe a potential customer that in case you have a solution or a software or piece of a solution that can be integrated in a bigger system of, let's say, a bigger corporation, right? So all kind of things, imagine that we need, we live in a world of information, and the information is the strength, is the new gold, right? So the more you are connected, the more you are, in this network, the better it is for you. So
if you're talking, when we're talking about deals, are we talking about closing deals or opening deals, or is there a difference between that? I'm curious to know because I'm...
Yes, I mean, usually we are talking about opening the deals because closing the deals usually takes more than 20 minutes, unless there is like instant chemistry and, but I hope we also see this part, right? So, yeah, this is more like a lottery, a ticket if you close the deal in 20 minutes, or are you extremely, well entrepreneur, or if you are a really eager investor and you have so much money to spend that you just spend it in 20 minutes. So this usually doesn't happen, but yes, it is more opening the deal, so getting into the discussion, getting familiar with the team, with the solution, with the timeline that is ahead of the company, with some sort of business expectation, like a rough outline of the business, and usually then the follow-up meetings are coming, and it's like 6 months, let's say, in an average. That a smaller seed rounds are closed, or sometimes even faster, but usually doesn't happen. But we are really happy that every year an investment or a deal is at least several of them are the result of connection made in the deal room on Podim. So this is for us as an organizer, this is super important, as then it's a mission accomplished for us.
So I'm curious to know, for you, which would be an idea which would buy you instantly? Because you said it rarely happens, it's a lottery, but let's say, I'm curious to know for you, what could one buy you with instantly? What would be the winning lottery ticket for you, idea-wise?
So for me, passion is the first thing. So when I see the spark in the eyes of entrepreneur, this is something really, this is the most important factor for me, and not only the spark in one entrepreneur, but in the team. So if I see a spark, fire in their eye, and a good team that is coherent, that is like tight, right? Then I think this is first and crucial factor for me. But of course, they have to be the idea has to be in place, right? It has to be valuable. It has to have a potential, but this is like a must, right?
Okay.
So
talking about the spark in the eyes, many crazy people have sparks in their eyes too. How do you differentiate? How would you say this is a genuine, creative spark in the eye, or should I say, a visionary spark in the eye, as opposed to a crazy spark in the eye?
So Albert Einstein said that vision without a plan or without execution is only an illusion, right? So having an idea is the first step. Of course, having a plan, is how to execute it. Is something else. And if you have a vision and a fire, and also a plan how you will get from A to B, then this is something that is convincing. Of course, if you're only a dreamer,
that's good. Yeah.
then this is a lottery, right?
Okay. And Samuel Beckett said, "All of us are born crazy. Some of us remain so." So that's a lovely thought. Good. Thank you very much for now, Urban. I think it's now time to call Vienna again. Hello. Martin, are you there? What is the situation like in Austria? Hello, hello.
From picturesque Pohorj to green Danube River. What a view!
Hello, Austria.
Yeah,
hello.
Hello. Austria is doing great. How you're doing in Maribor?
Oh, the situation is very, very good. The stakes are high, so to say. Urban and I are reminiscing about yesterday and what's coming up today. So, take over.
Prater Riesenrad and hop on the raft on the Drava River.
Hello, Martin.
Hello.
Hello, hello. How are you satisfied with the talks we've just heard? What would you say were the key points of emphasis that you would like to point out, stress out?
Yeah, I mean, it's really great to have so many nice founder stories here in front of us. And we had like a really interesting talk with Zoe and Florian and Guya, and they shared really personal insights, not just numbers. They also shared really personal insights, how you can be successful with your business and also for early stage startups. And they also shared some insights on how they invest and how they gonna challenge the crisis right now.
Good. So we have more fun stuff planned. Is that right? We'll be getting back to you in a couple of minutes.
Yeah, we're gonna come back in a couple of minutes.
Okay, thank you very much, Martin. For now, be right back with you. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Maribor studio. It's been a wonderful and exciting day. And before we continue, I would really like to thank all our guests who visited us in the studio. We've had the wonderful and extremely talented Amaya. She's been talking to us about her music career. She was representing Slovenia at the Eurovision Song Contest in 2011. She did a great job. We're very proud of her. And right now, we've seen her video, Concrete, which was fascinating. She's really a wonderful artist, and I really enjoyed talking to her. We have also spoken to Petra Stipancic from the Museum of Dolenska. She told us a lot about the Sitola buckets, fascinating things, and invited us to the festival of Sitole, which will be taking place on the 26th of June 2021. So make sure that you get to see that if you are in the country, if you're in Slovenia next June. Amazing history lesson, in any case. Now, much interesting stuff for you to discover. Also, we can't forget about Dominic Kobold, who was a guest. He talked to us about the Nordung Center of Space Technology, which is located in Vitanje. You have to visit that as well. Dominic has told us all about Herman Potočnik, our rocket engineer, and the pioneer of astronautics. The talks on green tech and circular economy have been great as well, and so was the talk we've just seen and talked to Martin about. Founders who became investors. Some fantastic insights right there. I do hope you stick around for the rest of the afternoon. We have much more fun stuff planned. I'm going to be joined by Matteo Benedetti, a prolific fashion designer. We'll be talking about her views on the fashion industry, environment, her career, and that should be fun as well. Also, we have corporate innovation talks coming up. And with that, I'm calling our Vienna studio in a minute. But first of all, I'd like to thank our sponsors. And with that, let's roll the video. Ladies and gentlemen, I do hope you enjoyed the silence, but the message stands. Sponsors, you rock. And with that, I'm going to call our Vienna studio again and my friend Martin. But first, roll the intro.
Forget about the Ordnung und Discipline and get used to being a little bit more easy, but just a little bit.
Thank you very much, Martin. I'll be joining you a bit later, but right now I would like to welcome my first guest, or my next guest. I'm really honored and humbled to be joined by Matteo Benedetti. Welcome.
Hello.
How are you feeling today?
Oh, today I was listening to Rammstein in the car.
Okay.
So I was all the way very angry, and now I feel better.
You came from where?
From Ljubljana.
From Ljubljana.
Yeah.
What was the traffic like? Was it all right?
No, it was okay. It was a little rain, but my mom told me that in Koper is sunny day. So I said, okay.
Oh, so we should be in Koper, is what you're saying.
I think so. The seaside is always better.
It's wonderful having you. Thank you for coming.
Thank
now,
you.
You are a fashion designer known throughout the world. You're a university professor and a theater costume designer,
yes,
and the founder of Benedetti Life. Can we start by talking about what is it that you don't do? Is there anything that you don't do?
Oh, I don't play football.
Okay.
I don't know how to change the light.
The light bulb.
The light.
The light bulb. Okay.
Yes,
okay.
I'm very afraid of electricity.
Okay.
So.
But that's about it. I probably.
Yeah, but other things I know quite good.
Okay. what is Benedetti Life?
So Benedetti Life is a sustainable, luxury and animal-free fashion brand.
Wow.
Yeah.
That sounds very, very good. Would you like to talk more about that? When did you found that?
Okay, let's say like that. Let's say 5, 6 years ago, I was drinking a coffee with my friends, and I was quite angry on luxury brands, why they don't do nothing in the field of sustainability, because the situation on the planet is quite not good for the planet and the animal world. And I was so angry, and then she said, why you don't do nothing, no? And then I said, but I'm just a costume designer from Ljubljana. I don't know a lot of industry, you know? And then I said, okay, the only way it's to do something, it's to start changing my
way of
mind,
thinking.
the way of thinking, and to stop blocking myself that I can't do it, and more start thinking, what can I do? So that was the first input, and at that time they talk a lot about sustainable fashion, but not about luxury sustainable fashion. And I went in the field of luxury because I want to work with innovative textiles. In that era.
So that began, but when we're talking about sustainable fashion, what exactly is sustainable fashion? How does that manifest in reality? I don't know about that.
Okay, I will start with what is happening now on the planet. We have 3 most impact industries, which are meat, oil, and fashion industry. And if I focus on fashion industry, all the production that we do is very unsustainable, and this means exactly that how we produce our clothes impact the water, the air, the earth, and it's a non-fair production. So we abuse, let's say, resources, and people.
And people.
Yeah, and the sustainable fashion is a reaction on fast fashion, what means that you have all the supply chain and all the production, let's say from the seed to the end product, are under control.
Oh, okay. So you are, as a fashion designer, completely in control of your materials.
Yes, because, for example, the difference between normal cotton and organic cotton is just how it's produced, from the seed to the end. What means that in normal cotton, you use a lot of water, you use pesticides, you use a lot of chemics, then the production is unfair. If we talk of organic cotton, means that you use less water, you have no permission to use pesticides, you don't use heavy metals in the production. So all the production is under strict control, and I know exactly who is producing for me because I have to check.
Ah, I see. So how do these materials feel on skin? Is there a difference between?
Yes. It's a big difference in lots of areas. You don't see, okay, but you feel it on the body. And another big difference is that there is no. So our skin breathes. So all the textiles you wear, the toxins goes through the skin in your body. It's kind of, for example, with food, it's logic. You know, what you eat, it's okay. But with garments, it's no logic. We don't have this conscience that even garments can impact our body.
So many toxins get in your body that way. So, okay, so we're talking about materials like merino wool, sea island cotton.
Yeah.
So these are all organic materials?
It depends. No, they are not. To be organic, you have to need a certificate. Yeah, because you have a wool which is organic and a wool which is not. You have cotton which is organic. The natural doesn't mean that it's organic.
Ah, okay.
Because normally normal cotton, have more impact on the planet than any other textile.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
So which materials exactly do you work with?
So I work strictly with materials that have certificates, but the most I use organic cotton, I use bamboo, I use hemp, and then I start using innovative textiles in the field of leather, which is pineapple leather, that you have this belt. This is made with pineapple, and this is 100% biodegradable in nature.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, what means this is the most sustainable leather on the planet.
Feels good to the touch as well.
Yeah, and it's even good. It's something between leather and paper as a feeling.
Right.
But it's a really good solution for leather. And it's, of course, cruelty-free. Then another example of a leather, it's here. It's this dress.
Now,
It's made,
that looks sexy,
yeah,
I must say.
This dress is made with apples.
No way. How does that work? Explain that to me. I can't fathom that.
This means that it's made with 50% of waste of apple industry. It's an innovation of Italian company.
Okay.
And it's mixed with polyurethanium, what means that this goes in circular economy. So what means that you use waste and then you reproduce a new product. Okay.
Okay.
That
Can I
one,
touch that?
yes, you can touch it.
I'm really curious. Oh, wow. Feels good.
Yeah.
And looks good as well.
Yeah. And you can work very good with laser cut. It's very close to animal leather, how you can use it. But these are two different leathers. Let's say I'm a fan of pineapple because you don't have to think what will happen with this leather when you throw it on the field.
Okay.
Okay, because it biodegrades in 1 month.
Okay.
Okay. This is more problem. When you throw it away, because it's a mixture, then it takes around 500 years.
500 years to degrade.
Yes.
Okay.
The most textiles that we use takes 500 to 1,000 years in nature to biodegrade. Yeah.
Shocking numbers.
Yeah, and that's why the fashion industry it's one of the most polluted.
Yeah. So another thing you brought that looks good as well.
This one it's organic cotton and bamboo. And the problem when I design sustainable fashion is that you don't find on the market a lot of textiles, so we have to do everything almost ourselves. So all designs, all patterns are made by us.
Okay.
Yeah, and we print it with colors that are non-toxic. So we really check all the process.
Okay, so in addition to designing, you have a lot of work that needs to be done backstage.
Yeah. It's much more than design. It's much more the process how to protect the planet. So it's a big part before you start designing. It's how you will protect the planet and animals to get a product that is fashionable, that is beautiful, that it's a very high quality, and that you can sell it on the market as other brands do.
Okay, okay. So congratulations on that. It is really praiseworthy to be as responsible as you are in ideas.
Yeah, I think in this time, it's a big difference in all areas, or you're conscious or you're not.
Yeah.
And the awareness is starting rising. So there are more and more people that are conscious, so these people will do change.
Do you think that the responsible people will outweigh those who are not, and that we will one day see the end of the pollution, the bad treatment of people who were working on these garments in a non-ecological way?
Yeah, I think that this is the only way if we want to survive on this planet. And earlier we do that, and earlier we start changing, better will be for all, and even for the economy, because working in a sustainable way, it's even for economic system very good and very healthy. And even at the end, people, if they are healthy, you need less money.
you know?
Okay. I thought I saw a parrot on the video. Would you like
Yes.
to talk, what is that about? What was that all about?
Yeah, because the concept of the brand is not just doing very clean products, but it's even telling a story behind. So every collection I dedicate to one animal in extinction.
Wow.
And that's why this is the spring summer, and it's dedicated to parrots, because when I started designing, this collection was before the Amazon forest was burned,
Okay.
but the blue parrot was extinct from nature.
Okay.
And I want to communicate that we don't need to put animals in cages, but we can put it on garments
Okay.
and leave animals
Okay.
in nature.
Okay, okay. So give it life.
Yes.
Yeah. And
Yes.
before there was an octopus.
Octopus is the next one. Now I'm developing the octopus.
And now-
So this is the first. The second will be octopus, dedicated to octopuses. Yes.
Perhaps you could tie that up to James Bond and Octopussy. In a way, I don't know.
Yeah. But octopus is one of the most intelligent animals on the planet.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Now tell me, you have a very, very interesting life. You have a rock and roll life, and you started off as a costume designer.
Yes.
How did that start for you? What was your breakthrough in that?
If I go back in time, when I was studying in Netherlands, there was one lecture about the future, and they said us that the future will be like this: that you have to choose or go through nature or go through technology. No? So, and today we're living these two extremes, working very fast and very high technology,
Yep.
and slowing and being more responsible and sustainable.
Okay.
And that was the break point that I said, okay, I don't want to go in the industry, the fast, the robotics and everything, but I didn't have possibilities to go in nature. So I decided to not go in fashion industry, but to go in art. And I was, for 20 years, I was a costume designer for opera houses in Slovenia, in Italy, in Germany, and I work with theaters. So that's why even in my brand, I try to really explain in a theatrical way the story behind.
Quite interesting.
Yeah.
Now, I've seen a parrot, I've seen
Yes.
an octopus,
Yes.
and I've seen oblak.
Oblak is octopus.
Some animals.
No.
Would you like to talk about your collaborations?
Yes, half year ago, I meet Jan Oblak, who is a best, let's say, world-class goalkeeper. And we have in common, because I didn't know who was, but the only thing in common was that we both like to drink water.
Ah,
Okay, and then we start talking, and I said, Jan, why don't you have anything for your fans, you know? And why you don't produce some T-shirt or your autograph card that is sustainable, because you are young, and this is very important for young generation, that they have to change. And in a sports field, when I go in shops, the most textiles are synthetic. And here we start talking, and we do together with this first project, which was the Jan Oblak T-shirt with the box and his autograph card, all sustainable. And I combine Jan Oblak with octopus because in Škofja Loka they call him octopus because he has these long hands.
long hands.
Yeah.
Oh.
And I said, oh, what a coincidence. I will start working on the next season, which is octopus. And with Jan Oblak, we developed octopus T-shirt.
I don't even want to know what they call me in Škofja Loka. Would you like to comment on the wonderful pictures we're seeing in the back on the screen?
Okay, this is an apple coat that I do a few years ago. Before were images about Parrot's collection that we take a photo shooting in Madrid, in one very nice hotel.
Oh, so this is the...
Yeah, this is a T-shirt, and that's why Jan has these long hands with octopus behind, and his original signature is on the autograph card.
On the autograph, okay.
Yes.
That is wonderful. Tell me, you're also an innovator in the field of ecology, or shall we say sustainability?
Yes, I said that my challenge was all the time to find new sustainable textiles on the market and try to develop a product.
Okay.
This is how I started. That's why when we talk about Benedetti Life, we can talk that I work with food, kind of, because I use pineapples, I use apples, I use textiles made with wood. Then we made this year one collaboration with Tencel Lux, and I designed for them a dress made with one innovative textile which is made with wood and biodecomposed in nature in 8 days. And this was, yeah.
Does this mean if I wear this and I go out on a party and I get back in 5 days, does it mean I'll come back naked?
No. In your wardrobe can stay longer.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
just when you throw it
I see.
under the sun and the rain, it decomposed. Yeah.
That is great.
Yeah.
Now, please tell us before we leave, where can we buy this for our viewers? we must make some sort of commercial
yes,
right
okay,
now.
thank you that you asked me where you can buy it.
Yeah.
So you can buy it online on www.
Yeah.
Benedetti.life.
www.benedetti. That's with double T.
Yes, double T.
.life.
Or you can order made by measure.
Made by measure, yeah.
In our showroom, Moro Sartoriale in Ljubljana.
So I do hope you wrote that down. Matea, it's been wonderful having you. Thank you so much for coming and sharing these information. It's a very noble cause, and I would like to congratulate you on that.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All the best to you. And now let's see if we can call Vienna again. Hello. Thank you very much, Daniel. And in case you're wondering, that really is lipstick on my mug. Welcome back to the studio, ladies and gentlemen. Temperature is rising very, very, very slowly. We're approaching the Podim pitching competition finals at 5 p.m., which means an hour and a half to go. I think it'll be the highlight of today. I'm really looking forward to it. Very eager to see the pitches. And right now, I think it's time for me to once again call Anita. I wonder where she's at. Anita, hello.
Hello, Jure. Shh. I am behind the scenes, and we have to be quiet. You know, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. They're actually very loud here, but you know, when I come, they usually are not so loud anymore. And by the way, this is not my lipstick, just to make sure, okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Tell me, what's the situation like backstage? What are people doing? Are they getting ready? Is the temperature rising?
Yes, I think it is. The temperature is rising, but the most important is that they are working as hell, really working, because these are the last hours, the last minutes actually. And I will just check what are they doing in these last minutes. As you can see, guys are working, everybody's doing his job. And first, I would like to ask Boštjan Klun, our editor. Hi, Boštjan. Hey, what's going on?
Well, nothing more. I'm now listening 3 times to myself, and I'm trying to catch the right idea and trying to talk to you. Well, actually, what is going on? We are trying to come to a conclusion, to do a photo finish, or to do a lot of photos of a finish. And basically, we are about to close, but I would like to say the most important thing of all is, like usual, it's a theme.
Okay. Are you satisfied with how everything is going on?
Well, there is a truth behind that, and it mostly goes like this: that we don't want to say nothing about the end before everything is over. So basically, we are now once again listening to ourselves 2 or 3 times, and I do have this kind of a strange impression or strange feeling in my mind. I don't know, I'm a schizophrenic or not, or it's just because of lack of air in this room. Anyway, no, I feel good. I mean, everything's under control.
Welcome in my shoes. Okay, okay. No, we are cool. We are okay. We are all, just calm down. Yeah. Come. Let's see what is going on here. Let me see. Hello. Leon, right? Leon, how are you?
I'm okay.
What are you doing here? What is your concern?
I take care of the Zoom links and I eat and I sleep.
Okay, that's a nice job, isn't it? And how did it go in the last 3 days? Will you miss it when it's over?
Yeah, of course. Mostly I'll miss the food.
Okay. So Jure said that he's only eating sandwiches, which is not true because we have great food here, but that's just some of it and a part of it of what we're having. Actually, thank you very much, Leon. We're doing great job. Everybody is. And Vesna is here. Vesna, hello. A woman, in the team. What did you do in these last days and still doing in the next couple of hours?
I take care of the titles. So if any mistake happens, it's my fault.
Oh my God, did something go wrong?
I don't think so. I think that everything went well. We are running smoothly, so there was no problem.
And you know why? Because a woman is in charge. Thank you very much, Vesna. And now, oh my God, he's working. He's working all the time, Our Urban Lapaine. Urban, hey!
Actually, I'm pretending to work, right? So I'm not actually working. You see, I'm relaxed. We're always almost over, so everything is looking great. And I have to correct, Vesna. She's not only taking care for the titles. I mean, she keeps that everything is punctual here, and she keeps the boys organized, right? So yeah, more than titles, way more than titles.
It is important to have some women in the team, right?
Of course. We couldn't do it without a woman.
Okay, we have, let's say, a couple of more hours. Everything seems calm, under control. What can we expect in this last hours?
So we have one great fireside chat on the main stage left. We have also in the parallel sessions a few also interesting talks. So a lot of program also in this final hour, and then there are the finals. So the pitching competition is coming to going to happen on the main stage. We have 5 finalists. We have one great award. So 1 year of free office space in tomorrow in London co-working place tomorrow. It's really fantastic. So really looking forward. So the highlight is about to happen.
It's not the end yet, but still, how are you satisfied so far?
I'm really satisfied. I'm really happy. I'm calm. Way above my expectations. Although my expectations were really high, so I'm really happy. Yeah.
Okay, Urban, I will leave it now to your work in the last minutes, hours. Okay, enjoy. And at the end, of course, we will get together and say something more. Okay?
Yeah, gladly. See you later.
Enjoy. Well, that's for now from our technical backstage. Everybody is still on its place. So, Jure, back to you. Are you ready to continue?
I have an idea.
Okay.
Yesterday, we saw you manage the Podim hop-in console, which turned out to be quite difficult for you. Could we see you now manage the Zoom console, the mixer? Could we see if you can manage those coverages?
Oh, my God. I mean, what do you expect from me, Jure? Huh? This is not so easy. You think I know everything. I'm just a girl in front of the camera. And I'm blonde.
Sorry. Too demanding. I appear to be too demanding. Right. And with this, we're calling Vienna again, my good friend Daniel, but only after our wonderful intro, which we've seen how many times today? Or in these 3 days, I think about 500 times? Roll it, please. Thank you, Daniel. Welcome back to the Maribor studio. Hello, Urban, for the last time today.
Hi.
It's getting hot, and it isn't me.
Yes. It's the final of the finals, grande finale, as we call it.
Yep.
Just 30 minutes away, we are at the pitching finals of this year, Podim pitching competition. So, it's getting hot.
Looking forward to it.
Yes.
Yeah.
We have 5 really great finalists that will present themselves in front of really renowned jury. They will have really 3-minute pitching time plus 3 minutes for questions. So it will be, I think there will be really intense 3 minutes on stage. So 5 times 6 minutes at the end. The award ceremony with announcing of the winner, and yeah, super exciting part ahead of us.
Sounds very exciting. Now, grande finale ahead. Tell me, now that we're almost at the end, how are you pleased with this year's Podim conference on the whole?
I'm very much pleased. I couldn't be more happier. We were, all these 3 days discussing basically about numbers, and I was the numbers guy. But actually, I wouldn't, even summarize any more numbers, but I would summarize my feelings since I couldn't be happier, more satisfied, and more proud on the, whole team that we have pulled, such an amazing event, such a great achievement in such a short time. It was really a challenge and really out of this world effort for all of the team, and with the deepest respect to each and every individual that was participating and put its part in this big puzzle that it's at the end Podim DX. My deepest respect, and I'm really grateful, and super happy that I have such a great team, and also looking forward for next few more relaxing months, I hope, to get rest and to prepare for new challenges that are ahead of us.
Wonderful. I had a good time as well. I'm really happy that you decided to include the infotainment element in the Podim. How come you made that choice?
So this infotainment part was an idea about how to really not make like one big intensive chunk of program, since when you are online all the time, from morning till the evening, it's kind of hard to be concentrated, especially in front of the screen, not be interacting with people. So, and then we, this idea come how to replace these breaks that we have in a real event, and then this infotainment Podim DX Studio idea raised, and I think it was amazing. I was enjoying it. So you did fantastic job.
Thank you very much.
Pushtian and all the team with putting all this nicely curated, colorful, content together.
Wonderful guests.
Wonderful guests.
Fascinating guests.
I was amazing. I mean, Barada, Dejan Zavec, then Petar Florjancic, Amaya, and all these great guests here, and having presentation of beautiful Slovenian places, our region, our city. So it was really like a time to breathe a little bit, to relax in a way, and also to get inspired, right, and to switch a little bit the content right away from this really exciting and of course interesting topics that we were addressing in the program blocks, and just to see maybe the other side of the world, of the life that we are living, right? So people, nature, gastronomical beauties, cultural beauties of Slovenia. It was really, really amazing, and I was enjoying it. And basically, this, these studios, this infotainment part was Podim DX for itself, right? It could be like a really great show to play it on air, alone.
The only suggestion or the change that I would make is I wouldn't start airing at 8 in the morning. I would do it a bit later. I'm not an early riser.
Tell me, I have one question for you. Was the sign of you having a great time also the lipstick on your cup here?
Oh, you noticed. That is one of the signs, which I will conceal for the moment. Thank you very much, Urban, for now. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be right back after this video of Startup Slovenia Finalists 2018.
Up to 15% of children suffer from vision symptoms such as lazy eye, strabismus, convergence insufficiency, and consequently cannot develop depth perception, which leads to learning, playing, and other difficulties in everyday life. Current treatments include boring exercises and clinical visits that are leading to longer treatment and poor results. Smart Optometry developed AmblioPlay, vision therapy for children with vision problems. Therapy is conducted daily through playing different games that simulate the weaker eye, as well as encourage good cooperation of both eyes. Therapy is adapted to every individual. It tracks their progress and enables remote supervision by eye care specialists. Smart Optometry Solutions acquired more than 25,000 professional users in a year all over the world. The Smart Optometry team believes technology should be used for doing good and improving the quality of life. Benjamin Franklin said the only things certain in life are death and taxes. Perhaps we should add another one to the list: dirt. The cleaning market in Europe is still highly fragmented without any standardization and quality of service. It is almost impossible to find a reliable and trustworthy solution on the market. Beeping is an online booking platform that matches customers with a background-checked, skilled, equipped, trained professional cleaner. All cleaners are also insured in case of some damages. Beeping offers subscription cleanings as well as one-off cleanings. The team and company is on the path to become a household cleaning leader in the emerging markets of CEE region and Euro-Asia. With Beeping, you only need 1 minute for a clean home. Beeping already gained more than 16,000 registered users in 2 countries, and more than 100 cleaners are working through the platform. The team also managed to impress 2 big corporations for partnership: General Insurance Group and Henkel Group from Germany. With Beeping, everyone can create more time for the pleasant things in life. Traders, investors, analysts, and other decision makers are not able to process the huge amount of news content that is generated daily in order to make accurate and informed decisions and be able to predict future events. Event Registry collects and analyzes in real time news content produced in 30 languages. From the news, it identifies actual events that occurred and extracts semantic information about them, such as what happened, where, when, and who was involved. Using this structured information, users can create advanced filters to immediately identify events of their interest. Event Registry's idea was first validated by Google, which selected them for the Google DNI grant. Their customers are global companies such as Bloomberg, IBM, NASDAQ, and Stratford. Gregor Laban and his team believe that with Event Registry, you can be well informed and still have time to sleep at night. Lack of a mobile communication network is a significant inconvenience and might create a serious risk for people who spend, live, or work in remote locations. Gotaki is a new, unique, 100% off-grid, independent, low-cost, portable mesh communication network affordable for everyone. When a Gotaki device is being paired with a smartphone, you can securely talk, send texts, activate a call for help, use navigation, real-time tracking, and route recording. It works over license-free standard radio frequencies via its own radio signal, reaching distances up to 45 kilometers. Awarded with 2 Slovenian Startup and 3 international awards, named as one of the top 100 startups of Europe, and with pre-sale reaching more than 600 pieces, Gotaki has pending customers like Vodafone, Iskritel, KPM, Telkom Indonesia, Royal Army of Netherlands, and Media Market. The people-driven network to make the world more connected and safe. The vinyl industry is soaring, while the turntable industry is offering nothing new. Vinyl record sales have never been higher, and the trend is still rising, whereas innovation and intrigue are lacking in the turntable business. Maglev Audio offers a new and fresh look at the turntable. By joining great design and innovative technology, we were able to enhance the experience of listening to vinyl records by levitating the platter. This is a completely unique concept from the design aspect as well as a technological one. The drive has no motor, as all other turntables do, but has a magnetic force driving the turntable to a desired speed for playing records. So far, Maglev Audio has raised close to $1 million on Kickstarter and Indiegogo, with continuous pre-orders and through distributors. With most innovative and most raised Kickstarter campaign from Slovenia in 2016, we are slowly achieving global presence. The Maglev Audio team is bringing the feeling of zero gravity into your living room.
Looks very interesting. Could you tell me where these companies are today?
Yeah, so these were 2018 finalists, and each of them is really a great story and each of them has progressed in this. It's been 2 years already.
2 years.
So Beeping as a startup of the year, the winner of that year, has now present also in strongly in Croatian market. They have received the follow-on investment. So they're really now moving forward and growing fast and fast. And all of these teams are really a great representation of what the startup of the year should be, right? Or what we are imagining as a great startup. So they have really great team that is moving fast, learning fast, responding to market events. They have a really committed team. They have a great product, a strong vision, and just enormous drive, right? So to push and push and push and to move things forward. And if you look, what amazing products and services they have. I mean, this Maglev, this elevating player of LPs is still, amazing product, and I'm always fascinating when I see it, and it's such a masterpiece of a product. So such a variety of companies that are doing great stuff, and this is a showcase of what Slovenian startup ecosystem is capable of, right? So really sophisticated, big data, predictive solutions. Services as Beeping, amazing products as Maglev, so really great companies.
So, which are the 3 values that you would stress out or for aspiring new startups?
I think first is a strong vision, so a really clear picture of where they're going to. So strong vision, a commitment and dedication to make this happen. So not only to dream about big things, but also to be committed. And the third thing would be, just keep pushing forward no matter what. This no matter what approach is one of the most, I think, important values of the startup, because there are like many challenges on the road, and you have to just pass them. You have to go through them, and this is. And Natalie Nixon has a great talk today between the wonder and the rigor, right? So you have to have both. First, the wonder where you want to go, and then the rigor to push it through and to make it happen. So these, I would say, are the key values.
Okay. So what about last year?
So last year was as interesting as every year. It was already interesting to see all the nominees, from which then the 5 finalists were selected.
Mm-hmm.
And I suggest that we
have a video?
Yeah, we have.
Let's have a look.
Reading is a fundamental skill. However, statistics show that as much as 25% of the population has problems with learning to read. Children with reading difficulties struggle in school, and consequently, their self-esteem is oftentimes badly affected. To be successful, these kids need better teaching strategies. Kobe was invented to help kids acquire reading fluency in less time with less stress. It's carefully crafted for children who experience reading difficulties like dyslexia. Kobe employs an innovative method of selective letter coloring that boosts the success and confidence of a young reader and cannot be found in similar products. Kobe translates text from paper to tablet and adjusts it to suit individual needs. 93% of beta users confirmed that Kobe improves reading accuracy, rate, and comprehension. In just the last 2 months, Kobe has found its place in over 2,000 user devices, and 72 schools started using Kobe to support their struggling readers. Kobe, fluent reading with a smile. There are plenty of products on the market for children, but a child's interest is fleeting. A favorite today is forgotten tomorrow. What is the perfect gift for children and parents alike? Special enough to last a lifetime and never lose its value? A personalized children's book. Pura Studios created a digital concept that enables each user to create the main character's visual appearance by choosing their name, gender, skin tone, eyes, hairstyle, and color, and choose the content and write a dedication to the recipient. Each book has over 1 billion possible variations. The company works with award-winning authors and illustrators and manages the journey of each new book, from the creative idea to design and production. Although each hardcover book is unique, it can be delivered in just 5 business days. Their biggest advantage over competition lies in outstanding customer care and user-generated content. In just 2 years, Pura Studios has become the market leader in 6 countries: Slovenia, Italy, Austria, France, Germany, and the US. In 2018, they succeeded in selling around 500,000 books and generated 12 million euros in income. Make a magical, timeless place for every single child in the world, where they can shine and be the hero in their own story. Busy schedules with many responsibilities make our everyday lives increasingly overwhelming. Colors have soothing powers, and coloring books have become very popular among adults, especially in e-form. But existing coloring books don't offer a great user experience. Lake Coloring is a coloring app for iPad or iPhone with a vibrant collection of coloring books from the finest independent illustrators, which means that coloring never gets boring. Users can download a free version of the app and enjoy more than 100 hours of relaxing coloring. By subscribing, they don't only get unlimited access to all illustrations and additional 700 colors, but also support artists, as Lake shares part of their revenue with them. Lake Coloring received the Apple Design Award, the most prestigious award in the field of mobile apps, and it has been downloaded by over 5 million users. In 2018, the company saw its revenue double. Immerse in lake and color your stress away. The work of an audio engineer is loud and disturbing to their surroundings. The nature of their business requires a lot of traveling, so their work has to be done on the go. The problem they encounter is how to do it without disturbing other people and achieve perfect results every time. Company Olo Audio developed the Play2Me audio monitoring system, enabling audio engineers a complete audio experience when working on the go without disturbing anyone. The headphones are a premium quality product, reaching the highest standards in engineering, design, and ecology, and enable audio engineers to completely trust the sound they hear. The Body Sound Experience pillow adds a tactile experience of feeling the bass in engineer's chest, and not just hearing it. Altogether, the system is completely quiet and is a true alternative to a traditional music studio. Even more, it brings lower costs of ownership and increased mobility. The company doubled their growth in the second year of business and already doubled last year's revenue in the first quarter of this year. Their products are already being used by many world-class professionals, working with Beyoncé, Lady Gaga, Adele, Radiohead, Bon Jovi, Rihanna, Usher, Sia, Ariana Grande, and many more. Olo Audio, the freedom to do it on your terms. Both the use of renewable energy resources and the use of solar energy increase from year to year. However, owners of apartments or houses in the old city center and protected buildings can't use traditional photovoltaic systems because of very strict urban regulations and aesthetics. Cilio developed a photovoltaic system integrated into roof tiles. They offer a 2-to-1 solution, roof coverage, and a well-hidden photovoltaic system. Roof tiles that are totally compatible with traditional terracotta tiles are 50% lighter and available in more than 200 colors. They're made of high-quality materials and 100% recyclable. Replacing damaged tiles is fast and non-expensive. Additionally, they have a high mechanical resistance to wind, snow, and hail. They won the startup competition Podjetna Primorska in 2018, were selected among 400 startups to participate in the ABC Accelerator program, and won second place in the national competition Power Up 2019. Retain the look of your dream home with the Cilio photovoltaic system.
That was exciting.
Yep.
So, what did that look like?
So yeah, last year the finalists were again really different companies, right? From really energy efficient solutions to coloring app to children books. So really, again, really different companies, but each of them a story, exceptional story by themselves, right? So at the end, I think there were, of course, the business result and the scale of the growth that they achieved was the most dominant factor in the decision who was the winner. So Malinoaki was, I mean, they are exceptional company. If you look at them today, how many people they employ, what is their philosophy, right? So Slovenia, as Slovenia first employ people here, and of course then the offices all around the world. And if you imagine, what is the global presence of this company today, it's really amazing. And you couldn't think of a better representative of Slovenian startup ecosystem that is so passionate about their work, so globally present at the same time, and with such a strong and clear and sound values of such as Malinoaki have. Really, I mean, amazing people in the first place, amazing product in the second, and this vision of going forward. It's really, I mean, it's an honor to have companies like this, and there are many of them in Slovenia. Of course, only one could be the one for this year. Again, looking forward, to this Friday when we'll find out who will take over the crown from Malionaki.
Was this your favorite?
I mean, it's hard to say because for us as organizers of this award is really a hard job. And I never comment who is my favorite because they're all my favorite. We are so deeply, engaged. Connected with them because we hear them, pitch. We already know them from different support programs, so we know them. Not like in a 3-minute video, but we know them as person. We know a lot of their, stories behind the shiny products. So it's a really interesting connection, and you see that behind every, 3-minute video presentation, there are really, deep and strong, committed people that at the end of the day make something really great happen.
Okay, so at the end of each Podim, there is a crazy Roman-style feast and party, but not this year. Tell me your fondest memories of the past years.
Yeah, for us, this party was always so at the end of the first day. So because when the offline event took place, the the Slovenia Startup of the Year award was in the frame of the first day of the Podim, right? And then there was still a second day. So it was always like internal fight, when to sneak out of this party and go to bed since you have the whole day tomorrow.
Yeah.
But it was really amazing. The energy was fantastic. Always was great music, great atmosphere. A lot of people gathering there, all super hyped, positive, discussing ideas, networking, connecting each other. It was, unforgettable. And of course, it was always a funny moment when we gathered, at 7:30 in the morning, the whole team, and then you could look, look at their eyes, who was the last in the bed. So yeah.
If they made it to bed at all.
Yeah, I think they always made it. It's also there are a lot of funny moments, unforgettable, and if you think about that, basically the core team is the same for 15 years already.
Mm-hmm.
We share so many interesting moments happy moments, sad moments, so it's unforgettable ride, and I'm really looking forward to the next 15 years.
And what I always say is, if you can remember a party, it was probably no good.
Yeah. I heard the best party is the one that you have a little bit of
memory loss.
Yeah.
Yeah, so a lot of friendships emerge in that way.
Yeah. Every Podim is a story by itself, and as I mentioned it several times during these few days, the Podim is a project of community, of Podim friends, we call it, of networking, of Slovenian startups. And through this year, we built, really, great relationship, great friendships. And with the help of these great friendships, then we are, upgrading Podim every year. And of course, these friendships and, good connections and good relationships are the result of really committed and hard work that the team is putting into all the little details that maybe from far they don't look like maybe they're invisible, right? But small little details of from small snacks in the goodie bag in the taxi when we picked up the speaker on the airport, to a small present on the bed in the hotel, right? So such a little details that at the end of the day count, and we are trying and pushing hard that we care for participants, for the speakers, and I think this really enormous effort is visible and also appreciated on the other hand. And as the result of such a committed work and attention to the details is, what this Podim is all about, and what also differentiates us from the others.
We've heard a lot of praise about the Podim. You said it yourself, you were getting messages. Thank you, amazing. And tell me, how long did it take to organize this event? How long does it usually take, and how long did it take you this year?
So we are starting to think about the Podim basically immediately after we finish this one, right? So because now we have full of ideas and what would be great, what was not so great, what could be improved. So I mean, the ideas are constantly in our head, right? So, but operationally, we start let's say in late August or September, when we start to prepare the basic concept, when we set the dates, when we set and define crucial milestones, right, deadlines of the event, and then the operational effort is getting stronger and stronger from month to month. But really, the full speed starts usually after the new year, right? So then usually we are marketing-wise ready. So the website is updated, new marketing materials are ready. Then we are so contacting the speakers, getting recommendations, putting together the agenda. I have with every speaker I have a first call. So this year I have at least 200 or 300 calls in the morning, in the evening, in the afternoon to find out how can we best fit the speaker and its expertise in the agenda. And then of course from month to month, so it's getting intenser and intenser, and March, April, this is then the highlight. And of course this year's March was a little bit an exception, since there was this 2 or 3 weeks pause in a way, right, operational pause. And we have to then bridge this gap, because we lost 3 weeks, so we have to push then even harder. So it was beyond any effort I would recommend for healthier living, because there was like last month 12 hours per day were like on average. And everyone was pushing, everyone was also sacrificing a big part of their personal life, because we were so much engaged. And also a big thank to our families, because they supported us in such an extent, and because it was really hard, and I'm happy we pulled it through.
Congratulations again. And now it's time for the Podim pitching competition finals. I'm passing the torch to Daniel in Vienna. Thanks, Daniel. And speaking of pregnancy, I haven't done a lot of walking in the past few days. We've been so busy, there was no time. And I think I am getting a bit pregnant myself. So we've reached the very end. This is it. Closing thoughts, feelings.
I am full of emotions, and positive, of course. I'm on one way happy that it ended up so well, but on the other hand, again, a little bit, disappointed that it's ended.
Yeah.
So, but super happy. And
are you crying?
No.
There are confetti flying.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really a crazy 2 months when we decided to do it fully digital. I said to, hey guys, we are not CNN, we are jumping into the pool without water, but hey, let's do it again. So
It was a great
yeah.
job.
Yeah, I'm super happy so that the team and everybody and all our partners stayed on board and that we manage it. So super happy.
I think we forgot one person. Anita. Anita. Where's Anita? Hello. I think she's in the expo room.
Jure! Hey! Congratulations to the winner. Oh my God, that was great. And of course, I'm in Expo. I like being here. And speaking of crying, I think Aleš is crying over there somewhere. Can't you see? Aleš! Oh my God, are you crying?
No, I was watching the finals. Sorry.
Okay. I thought you were.
No, I did tear up a bit, yeah, but I was watching the finals. Sorry, guys.
Okay. You know that these are the last minutes, our minutes. Did you miss me in the last 24
I
hours?
sure did. I sure did. I hope you improved your skills in using hop-in, so maybe perhaps we can use you next year, or...
Yes, we will not try it out now, but yes, I'm great at it.
Yeah, I'm sure you are.
I heard what you said in the morning. Yeah, okay. We'll talk about it later.
You were listening in to that?
Yes, I
I
was.
thought it was just me and you were there.
No, Aleš, I heard everything.
Oh, sorry.
Okay. Now,
No, I feel
Aleš,
bad.
really, look, these are the last minutes here in Expo, the last minutes of the conference. How are you?
I'm doing great. I mean, I'm still full of energy. I could do this, a whole week.
You're like you're on something. You're always great and full of energy.
Yeah, I'm just, full of life. I don't know why, but
Just, the brief of the last day, was everything under control?
it was very colorful. I mean, this place might look a bit static, but it was very dynamic. So we had a lot of fun here, a lot of interactive content. Again, we had pitching going on, presentations from our partners, interactions going on in the chat. So super busy again, and it was awesome.
Yeah, awesome for me too. You know what? I would like to call up your team. Hey guys, come on.
Guys, come up front.
Come on. We have to say goodbye, Time has come. Come on. Great team, right?
Yeah, awesome guys. Yeah.
Okay. Now these are really the last moments here in Expo Studio. Come on, come near, come on, everybody. This is the great team, and Aleš is the boss. Everything under control. Were you satisfied? Were you guys satisfied with him? Yes. They had to say that.
Try better.
Okay, guys, was he a good boss?
That's better.
So what? At the end, we usually say goodbye. So is that goodbye from Expo?
I mean, I hope not. I mean, because I think this format of an expo really works. So I hope that someday we will be doing it again. So it was very fun.
Okay. So guys, let's say goodbye till the next year. Bye. From Expo. Bye. Thank you.
And ladies and gentlemen, there's a bunch of people who we need to thank. The crew, the camera people, the people working backstage. Urban.
Yeah, so I'm just saying again and again that this is a huge project, and a
small team.
Yeah, a small team that was overburning last 2 months, and I really once again would like to thank you from the deepest part of my heart for all the effort, commitment. In last weeks, and I'm really thankful, and I think we are all, we must be super proud of what we achieved, and let's take a moment and enjoy this really great victory that we achieved, and I'm really looking forward to for next challenges facing us in upcoming time. I will do it all over again with this team. Thank you.
Just not tomorrow, okay? Let's take a day off.
Yeah. Or a week off.
Or a week off.
Or a month off.
Or a month off. I think Anita is backstage again, wreaking havoc. Hello?
Anita is backstage. Anita is in front of the door. You see, everything was happening in here, and it's still happening for the last minute, so let's take a look. Thank you very much, you see? Well, you know, this is the technical part.
Sound.
We've been here once. Do you hear me?
No? No sound?
Huh?
No sound?
They don't hear me. Just wait a minute. Do you hear me now?
Technical issues. No sound.
Jure, do you hear me now? Jure doesn't hear me.
Yeah. Works
Jure,
now.
do you hear me?
Go ahead. Yeah.
I don't have to repeat my entry, do I? No.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. No, you don't. No, I'm just kidding.
Okay, this is the technical part. We've been here before, but let's take a look. How is it here in the last minutes? Come on. Guys, hey! Anita is here. Yes, Jure, I want to say something to you. You know, I'm going to miss you too.
I'm going to miss you, but
Moments, Anita is there. Back to you.
So, guys, thank you for everything. It was great working with you, and see you next year, right? Now you have a couple of more minutes. Don't go yet, okay? Okay? Bye-bye. Bye, guys. Great team. Now, here is another part of our team. Guys, bye-bye. It was great. You did a great job. Thank you. Now, for the first time, this way to the main studio. I'm coming to you, Jure. Okay, now, come on. Here we go. La la. Oh. Hey, guys.
Hey.
I will sit here. Look.
Yes. So, thank you very much. This was very exciting.
It was exciting. And you didn't hear me for a while.
No, just at the beginning, but now you're here. What did you make of it?
Oh my God, this was so great. I would like to thank all of you for being a part of this. I enjoyed it so much. All the team is great. We become friends in this time, and I am a little sad because it's ending, I must admit.
Some of us have been crying.
I know, I saw you, but
Didn't
I'm
you?
not going to tell.
Yeah. Don't tell.
Yeah.
So thank you very, very much for being with us, ladies and gentlemen. It was a great run. We had wonderful guests, fantastic speakers, and I do hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. And a big shout out to Anita, Daniel, Martin, who've done a wonderful job moderating, and all the speakers in the last 3 days. This is it from the Maribor studio. Thank you, Matej, Natasha, Urban. Goodbye, good luck, and stay safe.
Thank you, Jure.
Thank you. See you next time.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.